here with Robbie Pryal. Thanks for coming, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, something different
Working
for
on my
us.
posture, though.
I know, me too. I know it's a struggle, but on the couch you get comfy. It's all good. Yeah, but thanks for coming, man. I know, like everybody's kind of been asking, like, well, what the hell's the point of this? Like, where are you gonna kind of go with it?
Everyone I talk to brought it up. What's it about? What's it about? What's it about?
Yeah. So
no clue.
I kind of touched on it on episode 1, but I guess for new listeners here, the whole idea is to have a good mix of just like bringing in buddies. Like obviously you and Jake were the first 2 episodes, just to kind of work out some of the kinks and, just carve out some time to shoot the shit with the boys, but also bring in some business owners and put a face to the business, to some of the local businesses here. So, I think people get a different appreciation for some of the businesses. Like if it's a pizza shop or whatever, it's like, you start to realize maybe how much work really goes into it or this or that, the other thing. So I think it'll be cool to do that. And I'm genuinely just like interested to meet some of these people and learn about their stories a bit too, and how they got to where they got to. And, I don't know, like I kind of feel like I'm going to interview like anybody I kind of think is going to be interesting. Yeah. And then
just take it from there.
Yeah. Just kind of take it from there. Yeah.
Well, the Valley's full of interesting people. That's for sure.
Yeah. You always kind of say it, the characters make the world go around.
Yeah. Weird people make the world go around. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's enough out there.
We got a bunch of them.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I know. I don't really know like who I'm going to have next. Really. I'm kind of just winging it. Like I have a little list together.
No, it would be cool. Yeah, to get like those local people. Like Foreplay is like a golf podcast.
Yeah,
probably don't listen to them at all. They're Barstool golf podcast.
Yeah.
And they do something called, I think it's called Behind the Greens, and they'll get like landscapers.
Yeah,
not landscapers, but like people who do like the take care of a golf course.
Right.
And they explain that. Like people like, again, we go to a golf course, you see everything, but like you don't know what goes into it.
Right. You kind of just show up and take it for granted because it happens everywhere. Yeah. But I think a lot of people, like some people can't be bothered with something like that, but like 50% of the listeners might think it's super interesting. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Like, you obviously can't reach everybody, but you would kind of know based on the guest that's coming on, like what you might be signing up for. Obviously that's how podcasts work. Yeah. So if you want to listen, great. If not, maybe next episode, whatever it is. But I'm genuinely curious about a lot of that stuff. Like that's a perfect example where like I would definitely listen to that just so like I have a different appreciation as a very shitty amateur golfer.
Yeah. You're getting into it though, thank God.
Yeah.
About time.
This was this past summer. You
gotta commit. You gotta commit to this summer though.
Yeah, I know. I kind of half-assed it this summer, just get my feet wet. And you were kind of the one who like really chauffeured me and Moose into it. Yeah. So it was awesome.
I've been saying like we get together every weekend. Right, we're gone for 5 hours.
Yep.
And you and Moose were never there.
I know.
Because you didn't golf.
That is, I mean, like I always enjoyed going out to golf, but it got to the point where I'm like, if I want to see my friends on the weekend when the weather's nice,
you need to golf.
I have to golf because obviously every chance you guys get, like everybody has a job. Yeah. So it's like, Saturday at 8:00 if we could sneak it in.
5 hours of golf and go out to eat after.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it is the best.
Yeah.
And like you always kind of said, like I would appreciate the nature aspect of it.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, like golf courses are built on like the most beautiful landscapes out there.
Yeah.
Like I mean, in the valley, like there's some nice ones, but like it's like a legit course.
Yeah. And like you said, you travel 45 minutes or an hour to a nicer course, whether it's New York or the Poconos, whatever it is. Like
even Tunkhannock. Stonehenge.
Beautiful. Yeah. No, it's been, like everybody says, the most humbling sport ever. It's so goddamn hard. And it's even more frustrating because like all of you guys have years on us now. So, and it just takes time no matter how good you are. Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to be holding up the show.
Yeah. No. And that's how I felt the first time I was going out too. But like, I'm a decade behind like Mike and Kelly and like all those like really good golfers, which like that's frustrating being like a competitive person.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the lines have blurred now though. I feel like a good chunk of you guys, like obviously like Mike is a little bit better for the most part at times and Kelly and but I feel like the middle of the pack, like anybody on any given day could have a better day than others.
No, for sure. We have a good group of like pretty similar abilities, I would say. But yeah, dude, it's the best. I was talking to
You got the itch big time.
Oh my God, I'm fully addicted.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ben Esgro about it yesterday. He was actually up at the simulator,
Uh-huh.
and we were saying like every athlete, you retire to golf,
Yeah.
no matter what. Like
Yep.
he was like big lifter, can't do it anymore. Like your joints just go eventually.
Yep.
Like basketball and football players, and like you just can't do that for your whole life. So we play basketball every Monday.
Yep.
But I was thinking like eventually, like
We're not going to be able
we're
to.
gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
And
We're
then
going to
you
be in
just
the
stop.
simulator on Monday.
Yeah, I
instead
think
of,
Mike's watch.
Yeah.
Like he's like broke his leg or whatever a couple
Yeah,
years ago. I
yeah.
remember it was like with his knee.
Yeah.
And like, unfortunately, like that's what it's going to take, I think, for me to retire.
Yep.
Which is going to suck. So
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to happen to me or you. If it happens to anybody, I'm
done.
Just the realization
I'm
is
out.
going to hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Well, I always talk about
I do like the run, though.
it's the best sweat.
It is.
Especially on a Monday. But back to the injuries, like ruining something. Like I always talk about Dinger, Mark DeLeo.
Yeah.
We went down to Susquehanna. We were going to go get wings.
Yep.
We were going to go to Bounce Plex, whatever the hell it's called. And we go down there. He does a flip off of this trampoline. It's like a trampoline park. Does a flip, snaps his ankle, completely turned 90
It's the
degrees.
nastiest thing I've ever
I haven't
seen.
touched a trampoline ever again.
Me either.
I never will.
Mm-mm.
Like if I ever have kids, like they're not going on trampolines.
I know.
There's no chance.
That trip, we were so hyped about it. 'Cause what was the wing place? They had the most like sauces.
Middleburg Wings is like the tavern.
Yeah.
They had like it was a wing buffet, like 30 wings, like peanut butter.
And we
wings.
were what, like 20? So we think we're gonna eat our weight in wings, basically.
yeah.
Like we're gonna get our
Absolutely. We're
money's
on our
worth,
prime.
and then we're gonna go bounce around at this trampoline park.
And then we're gonna go
Just for
party.
shits and
We're gonna
gigs.
go
Yeah,
party,
and then-
party at my
and then
college
party.
house. And DeLeo ruined all of that.
Yeah,
He snapped his ankle.
Selfish.
Yeah, that was pretty selfish, honestly. We never got the wings. I had to cancel the reservation.
Yeah.
It's a big deal when you're 20.
I actually forgot we never even got
Never
to the
got
wings.
the
I
wings?
was thinking we went to the wings place, which makes more sense to go to the bounce place before we got the
First,
wings.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot we never got the wings.
Yeah. Yeah, he ruined trampolines.
I was
forever.
right next to him when he did that. He's like, dude, watch this. And so like there's obviously like the flat surface, which is trampoline, but then the wall is maybe at like a 20 degree or 30 degree angle, something
Yeah.
like that. So he like jumps off the flat thing and then jumps off the walled surface. That's a trampoline too. And when he lands back, he does like a backflip. And when he lands on the flat one, I'm looking right at him. His ankle just literally went. Oh my God. It was one of the nastiest things I ever saw. And I just go like, this. I'm like, ooh, and I just bounce away. Like I don't go down and help. I just bounce away because I couldn't look. He was giving me a hard time.
He's yelling, and I'm like, DeLeo, stop it. I'm like, there's kids around.
There's tons of
And he's
kids
just like,
here.
hold it up. I think we ran over there. Maybe me and you or someone.
Yeah.
We helped him get off.
Eventually.
Oh my God. After that, though, I looked at Dinger and I was like, this guy's a freak.
Yeah.
Because like
He handled it well.
he handled it way too well.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
I didn't know if he was going into like a little bit of shock.
Yeah.
But
Remember
like
they gave him a Gatorade.
because of where we were, I think, yeah,
gave him a
this will do it.
Just take this Gatorade.
Yeah. Because of where we were, I think it took like 15 or 20 minutes for the ambulance to get there.
And then they drove very slow to the hospital.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
And we're just sitting on like one of those little like picnic benches that would be at a place like a bounce house. And he just
Little
has
kids
his
are, like, having
leg
their
up,
birthday party.
and his ankle's just cockeyed this way, and he's just like looking around like pissed, just pissed that it
Yeah.
happened.
Like
not
mad-
like in pain.
No.
Yeah, obviously in pain, but like not showing it, just pissed that it happened.
That's when I knew Dinger was built different after that.
Yeah, that was and then what happened when we went into the hospital then? Because we stuck around obviously while everything was getting processed at the hospital. I feel like we
don't
went in
know.
there and we were chanting or something.
So
I can't
unfortunately,
remember.
we went back to the hospital
Yeah.
for my 21st birthday.
yeah.
Yeah. So a couple more months down the road, me and DeLeo, every time we got together, it was trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't know, topped a bottle or something, smashed it, and like carved up my hand. And we went there and we're just like, no copay, no copay, no copay.
That's what it was. I'm blurring
Yeah.
those two stories together.
Yeah. My hand just like bleeding out, and we're just like, no copay. And they're like, no copay. And we're like, yeah.
No copay, let's go.
Yeah.
That was all time. Too
yeah.
much time. I mean, that just goes to show we spent too much time at the Guy
Too much
Singer at
Danville.
near Danville. Yeah.
Not good. They were good.
Oh man, those trips to Susquehanna visit you and your boys were
Those were the
all
times.
times.
Those were
Like,
the times.
our crew was rowdy to start, and then like your football buddies were
Yeah.
equally as rowdy.
Yeah.
So when we got together, it was just pure chaos all the time,
Susky boys are, yeah.
and there was consequences.
Rang-a-dang.
good part of the time.
Yeah. I mean, cops were getting involved, hospital visits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, I was just thinking about that the other day. Yeah, T's getting married, and very honored. He asked me to be the best man. So I was like
Nice.
thinking about like my speech, and just thinking about like all the times like we would get together, like whether it be at Susquehanna or at Philly. It's like anywhere we would go.
Yeah.
And I feel like we kind of attract like that same group of guys
Mm-hmm.
everywhere you go.
There was an energy for sure.
Yeah. And we're lucky to have just like big group of friends too.
Yeah.
Like even when we visited St. Joe's, obviously the Temple boys, after college we'd go back and visit them in Mania. But I feel like we always had like that same group of friends, like the same guys we would always be around.
Yeah, 100%. It was like water kind of finding its level. It's just like you attract the company you keep, and it just compounded and equally as rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Temple guys were just as crazy as the next group, and definitely.
Those are the days.
Yeah, those were the days. Gone are the days.
That's the best thing about our friends, like moving around. Like even Tommy, like I visited him, Chicago, Athens. We went out to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I think Houston.
Yeah.
We went to the Final Four. Yeah. So like everywhere he goes, it's like, all right.
Was that the trip you were on the Syracuse basketball team?
Yeah.
Tell that story.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. But I think it was like Easter. And it was Easter, and Syracuse makes it to the Final Four. And like me and Moose, Trentley run a group text. We're like, let's go. We're going. I think Trentley buys the tickets. We're flying out of Avoca to Houston. We probably had a layover somewhere, but besides the point, I'm wearing like Syracuse shorts, Syracuse jersey. I don't think I had a headband on, but I might even had a headband on. Just
Fully
like
committed.
wearing way too much. And it was the day before the game. So let's say it was Friday. Saturday they're playing in Houston.
Right.
I'm in Scranton. Friday. And someone comes up to me and they're like, do you play on Syracuse's team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just me and these two guys flying.
Yeah. Coach Boeheim said I could just show up whenever I want.
Just stay fully suited
he
so
said,
you're ready to go anytime.
Make sure you have your jersey on full 24 hours beforehand. And yeah, you could just come from Scranton right to the stadium. We'll be good to go.
Fucking hilarious.
I was blown away by that.
Hilarious.
My friend,
you look like GMAC a little.
buddy, it's an honor.
All-time compliment.
That's a guy you got to get on this friggin' podcast.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah. Where were we? My buddy Pat Horan, college. We just went to LSU for a bachelor party. He bought like a sweatshirt or something. I don't know, like LSU football.
Yeah.
He was wearing it in like the grocery store in Massachusetts, and someone's like, "Do you play on the team?"
What? Like, what do people think? Like, just look at me.
Yeah, and he's not a big guy. No
Right.
offense, Pat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good sized person.
Right.
But
Just like
he's not,
average.
6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in Massachusetts, like not even like near this. Like if you're in LSU,
Right.
maybe. But yeah, again, he's also like 32. Like he's not in college,
right.
maybe even 33.
Yeah.
Shout out Pat.
That's a wild thing to ask.
Yeah.
Just like
But
like it's so outlandish to wear fan gear. Like
Yeah.
no way. Oh, got to be on the
It
team.
makes you feel good about yourself.
Oh,
though.
fuck
It's like,
yeah.
It's like I'm a D1 football
That's as
player.
good of a compliment as getting the GMAC lookalike
Hell yeah.
comment.
Hell yeah. I remember the one time I was actually in Nashville for a bachelor party, and me and Choka, another college friend, bought jerseys.
Yeah.
I think I bought PK Subban for the Nashville Predators, which is like, that's actually a low-key crazy name, Predator.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the hockey team.
Yeah.
We're the Predators.
Yeah, Predators. The meaning of Predator has transitioned slowly over the last 10
There's certain
years.
spots where you don't want to be a
tough
Predator.
mascot.
You can't be a Predator like in schools or
Most
at
places you
parks.
don't want to be a Predator.
But if you're in NHL, it's good to be a Predator.
Get catfish thrown at you.
So we buy these jerseys, and I don't know anything about hockey, but there's PK Subban, black hockey player. So I buy his jersey,
One of the few.
and I'm in a bar, and this woman comes up to me, and she's just like, "Do you play for the Predators?" And I'm like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "We saw like the jersey. Like, do you play for the Predators?"
T-shirt jersey.
Yeah. I'm just like, no. Not only do I not play for the Predators, like this guy is also black.
Yeah, this is 100% cotton,
Yeah.
and he's 100% black.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% Irish.
Yeah. Just on a bachelor party. I don't know. But I was honored that I played in the
hilarious.
NHL. I guess it's, again, messed up that she thought I was a Predator.
Yeah. Oh, I was just thinking, because it is in Nashville where they throw the catfish on the ice, right?
Yeah, catfish. And that was right when they were actually, they might have been in the Stanley Cup at the time.
Yeah.
It was like right around the same time.
Like, yeah, and if you're a Nashville native, you need to know.
She might not have been a native though. She might just been
True.
she
Mostly
might just be
tourist.
visiting. I feel like mostly tourists are in Nashville.
But what a play. I didn't realize it until I said catfish. But the fact that catfish are getting thrown at predators, and then there's all these shows about getting catfish basically to find predators to catch a predator.
How about it?
Yeah.
How about Deebo Samuel just getting catfish? You see that?
No. What happened?
He these like college kids got like his number, and they were texting him, pretending to be Cam Newton, and they were texting like that stupid like
with all the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was actually Cam. I didn't.
No. And then like Debo was like he like posted it, and Cam's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I don't even have your number." And then it came out as like these frat guys.
Really?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, from like South Carolina or something. I don't know. Where Debo go to school? Is he South Carolina?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's like I think it's where he went to school. Like someone had his number from that, and they got catfish.
How about But then like, I guess Barstool must have had a clip. I don't know how recent it was, where like, they posted Cam recently, just like doubling down, like sounding like like he thinks he's such an intellect because he types in that way. Because he actually does. He said he created an app that allows him to type in that way. Because he's like you, if we were writing in cursive, like you write a certain way, I write a certain way. Why are we limited by these text characters when we're texting? So he's like, that's why I created this app, so I could add all these like accents over the letters, and I could like express myself through my words that way. And like he was talking like he was Elon Musk. Like, this is the most ingenious thing, the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That is so stupid,
and it's so hard to decipher. Like when you're reading it,
it's so stupid.
Because I did see the catfish text that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's impossible to read.
Yeah, and he would always tweet like that too. That is so stupid. That makes no sense.
He is.
Also, like cursive, like you're supposed to write the same way in cursive.
Right.
Like
it's supposed to be pretty uniform.
Yeah,
like everybody's a little different, but like the point is for it to be the same.
How about cursive dying?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's dead.
Dead.
Like I'm a teacher, and like my kids can't write or read in cursive.
That's so crazy.
You can't even sign their name.
I mean, there isn't really a purpose for it anymore.
Other than sign your name.
Right.
But like that's going to be digital moving
Right.
forward anyways. You just click a button anymore.
That is wild.
Isn't it crazy things about like they like pounded it in our heads forever? Like,
I mean, we've spent a full grade, I feel like.
It was a class.
Yeah.
We just write.
Like second grade, I feel like all we did was write in cursive for 6 months straight.
And now, again, I tell the kids, I'm like, if you can write in cursive, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to force it down their throats because they're going to be typing everything in the next few years anyways.
Yeah. And then like, ironically enough, I went full circle. Like I went back, and it's slower. I don't know why, but I went back to full print.
Yeah,
everything like all caps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know why I did that. Because it's not like more.
I think when I write in print.
Yeah.
I don't think I really use cursive a whole lot.
I feel like we don't write that much anymore.
No,
So it's like,
not really.
if it's only a couple words, like
Yeah.
But if I had to write like a book report or something,
I was actually thinking about that on like all the packages. Like you write like
right
your name or something on it, right?
Yeah.
Or like thanks or something.
Yeah.
That's like I was just thinking about like you have nice handwriting. Like myself, like like I have terrible handwriting.
Looks like a fifth grader.
I would look like an idiot. I would look like an idiot the whole time.
Yeah,
that's something you don't
the
think
personal
about.
touch. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think cause I probably
it's a nice touch.
I probably switched back because my cursive wasn't good, so I'm just like, I could do all caps, and that looks good enough.
No, I think it looks good. It's a nice. Again, like I said, it's a nice touch.
I've been circling back to writing a little bit, not writing in the sense of like writing, but just stupid shit like. Not every day, but maybe like 3 times a week. Like if I do get busy, I just do Post-it notes, or like even if I'm coming up with ideas for local, whether it's just like a T-shirt design or whatever, I find myself like the follow through if I handwrite it versus writing it in like my notes or something. Like I won't circle back to it unless I do by accident if it's in my notes.
Open it up in your notes.
But if I have like a piece of paper out there, I'm like 100 times more likely to actually do something about it.
Yeah, that's how I am at work too. My desk is covered with sticky notes. Like if it's not on a sticky note, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
It's like if a kid tells me something, it's like instantly write it down.
Yeah.
Put it right there.
Have to.
And like I am big into the notes on the note, whatever it's called, app. I love it. But like you said, you need like I don't think about it until like I'm in that moment of like all the stupid different notes
like
I have
Halloween ideas.
Yeah, Halloween costumes.
Or costume ideas. I mean, yeah.
Halloween costumes. Actually, let me see.
You always have good ones.
Mine's messed up.
It's funny. Me and Jake were just talking about this because Seth got brought up, and I'm like, his brain works different, and I feel like yours does too. Seth is more chaotic, where like yours, you have like a very creative streak through you, and it comes out here and there, like when you like the fantasy like loss and stuff. Like you definitely have it in you, and I feel like you need. I've told you this before. Like you need to do something with it. Like your brain is valuable. Like I feel like you got to do something with it.
I appreciate that.
It works different. Like I don't think a lot of people think like you in a good way.
No, I hear you on that. And I try to like sometimes intentionally think differently about certain situations.
Yeah.
I don't know. It like helps you answer questions and see things that people don't.
Yeah.
But a couple of ideas I had in my notes here.
Are these costumes?
No, these are just like
ideas.
the topics for each one. So like, do you ever hear about the PowerPoint party that we talked about doing?
Yeah.
Where everyone comes up with the PowerPoint
Yeah.
of like something you didn't present it to your friends.
Yeah.
So I have like a bunch of stupid ideas for that. That again, I just add to these. As
Just give us one as like a little teaser. You don't have to share it, like blow it, but
about Avril Lavigne. Do you know the theory about her?
no.
That she's dead.
Oh, I think
She's
I did
been
hear
dead.
that before. Yeah.
And like, I'm kind of in on it.
Really?
I'm not a big conspiracy theory person, but like,
When it comes to Avril Lavigne,
I think it's a fun one.
Yeah, it's
like
fun.
why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's fun
Lean
to
into that.
believe.
She's dead.
Half the conspiracies I believe are. It's mostly just because it's fun to believe it.
Yeah, it's like Santa. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess a spoiler alert for any kids out there.
If you're under the age of 6 and listening to this,
Moose, Santa
earmuffs.
is not real.
Sorry, but
It's just more fun to believe Santa's real.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Another one though. I don't know what that means. Roofers being underappreciated. I think roofers are like the backbone of America.
Yeah,
Like they're literally on a roof, and without them, you don't have any of the warmth that you have. And they're just up there, just doing it in the rain and the snow, like literally like risking their lives in a sense. Like they are so underappreciated. I don't know what they get paid, but they should get paid more.
agreed.
Yeah, roofers are the best.
And like doing it in the weather is one thing, and then like doing it when it's 90 degrees out.
Yeah.
and the shingles themselves throw up so much heat from the sun reflecting off
They're
them.
heavy as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hell of a job.
yeah. Shout out roofers. So that's one note I have. Movie ideas. Like you said, I have a stupid brain, but I have ideas for a movie that I'm gonna create a movie. Some of them are like Pixar movies, like as if I know anybody in Pixar. But one of the movie ideas, and I guess anyone out there can steal this. If just make sure you give me credit. It's about lice. So a Pixar movie about lice in a school.
just running rampant.
Just kind of like, yeah, just bopping from kid to kid, like a bunch of lice. Because lice, just like if it's in a school, like everyone has lice then.
Yep.
But it could like bring the light to lice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
'cause
In a fun way,
lice
kind
they're
of.
painting a bad picture.
Yeah.
So it can, educate people on lice, but it could just be funny, like just bopping back and forth between people's heads and how to take care of lice.
Yeah. And I feel like Pixar could
It could be a short.
literally-
Pixar short.
literally do anything and make it good and watchable.
But lice is
It's like you like getting down to the microscopic level. It's like ant life a little bit.
yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Who would you think you present the idea? A movie about ants? No,
No, but it's
but
awesome.
it was good. Yeah,
Like A Bug's Life is an awesome movie.
or Bugs Life. Not what did I say?
No,
Ant
there's
Life.
one called Ants too.
Oh.
But A Bug's Life, they have the ants.
I think I meant
Hopper.
Bugs Life. Yeah,
Hopper's
Hopper.
he's a bad hombre.
Yeah,
I have one of resolutions. I didn't realize I had this. These are
for
resolutions.
this year, or were these from last
I made
year?
this. This is a year ago. I made it in January 23.
Let's see if you follow through on any of them.
Stop complaining. No, I complain. I complain all the time. Yeah.
I don't think you complain all the time.
Nah. Yeah. I guess not as. I don't know. I feel like I complain too much, but everyone's harder on themselves.
Yeah,
than people
yeah.
realize. So don't be offended so easy. I don't know if I do a good job on that one either. Songs I learned on the ukulele. That's good when you do karaoke as well, because you pop in. Usually those are good karaoke songs.
How'd you quick pause?
Yeah.
How'd you get started on the uke?
Oh, I was during COVID, aka COVID.
Just something to do.
Yeah, I always wanted to play an
Say
instrument, never did. Figured like rather than 6-string guitar, his 4 strings has got to be easier.
Yep.
So bought one during COVID, and we were all locked in our houses. It was like $60 on Amazon, and then just watch YouTube and just learn. And then that's when I challenged myself to learn a song every single week, and I'd post it, which I know like a bunch of people got like very like annoyed by that.
Why?
I don't know. Like people told me they're like, yeah, like I stopped following you because
just
I'm like,
don't
dude,
listen.
just don't listen.
Just tap through.
Don't be so mean.
I know.
Let me play my ukulele.
Relax.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Just trying to rip the uke.
But yeah, so I mean, but again, I don't care that they said that, but like learning a song a week, like that was awesome.
Yeah,
because like it gave me something to do, like in my downtime, rather than just like staring at my phone and scrolling. I was like practicing playing the ukulele, not only learning the chords, but learning the lyrics.
Yeah,
and then I don't know, it's like awesome because I feel like I know the words to so many songs now that I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you learned so many songs. Like obviously you were saying like you did one a week. So
Yeah.
that adds up to 52 plus.
Yeah. Plus other ones. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even record half the songs.
Yeah, but it was like an awesome party trick though. Like we were just hanging out, and then, like even the Mitchko song you did, and stuff. Like it's so funny, man. It's like an immediate like mood lifter when you hear a uke. There's something about it. It's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like the connotations with Hawaii or whatever, but
It's
it's
good
just
vibes.
Like, it's just good vibes.
Yeah. Honestly, I was so happy I did it. It's like one of the best decisions I made was doing that. And honestly, I wish I could learn other instruments. I haven't really tried, I guess. Any other ones?
How hard do you think it would be to start learning the guitar now? Like going from 4 to 6?
I don't know. I don't know if it like translates too much because it's like a lot of picking.
Right.
Like one string at a time, I think. Again, I don't play it.
Right.
Whereas like the uke is kind of just like strumming up and down the whole time.
Yeah.
You can pick the ukulele, but I'm not like that skilled.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Like I just learned like there's like 4 chords, and if you learn 4 chords, you know like thousands of songs.
Right.
And the beauty of it is like being a big Zach Bryan fan. He only knows like 4 chords on the guitar.
Yeah,
he's like
he admits that quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
I'm
a
not
beast.
that good at guitar.
But he's a beast. Like again, from my point of view, he's a beast.
Right.
But like if you ask like John Mayer,
Right.
which I guess he just like posted a snippet, he might be
you see
playing with
that?
John Mayer.
Yeah.
Which like, what are people like? How do they know that?
I
They
know.
just heard his riff and they're like,
how did you decipher
John Mayer?
That's definitely. But people do say that, like
I
Jimi
did see a
Hendrix,
picture of them
John
recording it.
Mayer, Brad Paisley, like these guys who are like known as like some of the best guitarists.
Yeah.
Like they kind of do have their own sound.
Yeah.
Where it's like immediately. Who's that other guy?
Guitar player?
I want to say Charlie Crockett, but it's not Charlie Crockett. Yeah.
Charlie Crockett?
Yeah, but it's not him.
Is that a person?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know Charlie Crockett.
It's
a wild name.
I'm pretty sure it's Charlie Crockett. I gotta look now.
He's a guitar player like you're thinking of? Country guy?
Yeah.
Isn't Brad Paisley like a good
Brad Paisley, everybody says rips.
There's a YouTube video.
Yeah, Charlie Crockett. You should listen to Charlie Crockett. You would like him.
I have to check him out.
He's like in the same vein as Zach Bryan, like pretty twangy.
Charlie Crockett.
He's good though. He's really good.
Like how he spells Charlie. But there's a YouTube video of like all like sick guitar players, and they're playing the Game of Thrones.
Oh,
intro.
really?
And I just remember Brad Paisley. It's like weird. It's like all these like badass guys, and then it's just like Brad Paisley. I'm not saying he's not badass,
Right.
but like
You don't expect.
yeah,
Yeah. Because I feel
cool
like
video though.
I feel like when you say like the best guitarists in the world, it's usually not acoustic. Like everybody kind of assumes it's an electric guitar.
Yeah.
So that when like you throw in the acoustic players, and I guess John Mayer does both, but yeah, you just kind of think like Jimi Hendrix just shredding, or like Leonard Skinner or whatever. Yeah. And obviously
Skinner
play Skinner.
And that's
Freebird.
And that was their gym teacher, I think.
Who?
Leonard Skinner. That's what the name. That was the name of their gym teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why the band is what
his
they
name was Leonard Skinner.
Holy shit! That's a hell of a
I
name.
hope I'm not making that up, but I'm pretty confident.
Dude,
Leonard Skinner.
I had no idea.
Their gym teacher.
That's wild.
Or was their gym teacher?
I had no idea. Dude, I used to
imagine being Leonard Skinner.
Yeah,
be like,
and then like being
like, what the heck?
one of the biggest bands ever, and you did nothing but be a gym teacher.
Yeah, and I wonder if like he was a good, or if it was like making fun of him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like, it reminded me of one of my favorite things to do is make up like believable lies.
Yeah.
Which people are gonna think I'm lying about that now, but Google it. I'm pretty sure it is. But one of my favorite believable lies I would say about Fleetwood Mac, how Fleetwood Mac got the name. Do you remember? I told, I remember specifically telling Mark Molesky this, that Fleetwood Mac is named that because they're from Fleetwood, Indiana, and they all worked at the McDonald's there. It's like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't even know.
I'm not going to question it or look it
Fleetwood,
up.
Indiana is a place.
Right.
It sounds like it is.
Hilarious.
I get back to, you're talking about my mind. I don't even know where that came from. I just made that up one day.
For no reason.
I was like, I'm going to lie. I'm just going to lie to my friends.
Yep. Harmless lie.
And I got a lot of those going on. Another one about Colin Kelly.
What's this
And
one?
the pizzas.
What's this one? Go on.
Colin Kelly, shout out Corn. He was a pizza boy at, I think, Manco in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I would just like started a lie that he farts on pizzas. Like people would order pizza and my guy Corn would just fart on it.
People are thinking twice about Manco all the time.
Obviously he wasn't doing that. I hope not. But like people like years down the road, they're like, I can't believe Colin's farting on pizza. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's crazy.
You get a Manco and Mancos now. It's like Super Troopers, hold the spit, hold the fart.
Hold the fart. I'll take one without the fart.
No sweet corn fart.
They might be out of business. Not because of the
Really?
farts. I think they were like selling drugs through it or something.
Dude, their pizza was so good.
It was
too.
good. Yeah,
like,
on the
really
boardwalk.
good.
You know, I think there was a Manco, and then there's like two of them, and one of them I think closed down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Shout out Corn though.
Sweet corn. What's up, bud?
Sweet Corn.
I mean, obviously he was corn before that, but these girls started calling him Sweet Corn, and it stuck like glue. And
Yeah.
I love it. Like that's a hell of a nickname.
Which is even him being Corn. It's because he wore a yellow sweatshirt one
right?
time.
Right? No. He was Sweet Corn for Halloween.
Yeah. But like the reason he was Sweet Corn is because Colin Lindsley called him Corn at Ice Fest.
So he. Okay. I get it. So he just wore the costume because of the name,
because he's
and
Sweet
then
Corn.
they
He's just
started
leaning
calling him
into it.
Sweet Corn.
Just lean into it.
Yeah, and they lean into it even more.
Yes.
Double lean.
Now he's Sweet Corn.
Yeah.
Double lean. It's like when Moose was a moose. Also, how was Moose?
Double fuck up.
How was a moose? How was Moose a moose for the first time for Halloween this year?
Yeah, that's
how
insane.
hasn't that happened?
And he was a bear like twice. Like it was a bunch of other like full costume things. Like he should have been a moose before a bear.
You're literally a moose.
Yeah,
be a moose.
He was Ted like 3 times in the last 10 years.
He was Ted a lot. He would just stand there wave like that. Yeah, but a moose, it's just an absolute layup.
Yeah. And that's a great. The way he got the nickname isn't great, but Moose is a great nickname.
One of the best.
One of the best.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I want to like, if we can poll everyone that we know who knows Moose, be like, what's Moose's real name?
I know. There's definitely like our peripheral friends were like buddies we made like in the past few years. Like, I forget.
Friends of friends.
Like so many people just know him just
He's
as Moose. Yeah.
He's a fucking legend.
He is a legend.
Moose is the best.
Should we tell the story on how he got the Moose nickname?
Yeah, might as well.
Expose him.
Do you know it?
It's in. You could tell it. Go ahead.
So what you can add in anything that I'm misremembering, but our buddy Kelly Swift, when we were younger, used to eat a lot of sandwiches, aka drink a decent amount.
Yep.
Remember people call it eating sandwiches?
Yeah. Because this is like high school.
This is high school, so he shouldn't have been eating sandwiches, but he was eating sandwiches.
He was a hungry boy.
He was a hungry boy, and I think we would call him Elky Holly, which stood for alcoholic.
Yeah.
Too many sandwiches. Elky Holly. Moose thought we were calling him Elk, E-L-K.
Yep.
So he wanted to call Kelly Elk, but called him Moose accidentally.
Yep.
And then that just stuck, I think, after that.
Just flipped the script right back on him, and then he was Moose forever.
Yeah. But think about it, like if he just like said Elk instead of Moose that day, he would still be Kyle.
Right.
But now he's Moose.
Just plain Kyle.
Like you introduce him like, this is Moose.
He would have no shrine.
Yeah. Moose is saying you guys are thinking about getting a moose head for him at the house?
Yeah. Dinger sent me so he called me, this is like a month ago.
Dinger.
Like once Moose was getting settled into his house, and he's like, we got to get Kyle a housewarming present. He's like, I think we just need to get him a full
moose head.
Shoulder mount of a moose, like a moose head, like Abercrombie used to have above the friggin' register. I'm like,
Abercrombie, hell yeah.
I'm like, Mark, I don't know if there's a wall in Moose's house that could hold a moose. There's already one moose in there. I don't know if there could be 2 meese.
Is the house big enough for 2 moose?
And he's like, I know, but we probably should just do it anyway. So
yeah. They're expensive, right?
2 days later, he sends me a link to a moose head available for purchase.
How much?
$3,500. I'm like, oh yeah, just cool $1,700 for a moose head for Kyle.
Good friend.
Yeah, good guy. He
so
deserves
a moose
it
in his house.
Yeah, it would be all time. He does. I don't know if it would work perfectly, but he does have a blank wall above the couch.
Above the couch. That's what I was thinking.
It's a perfect spot for like a mural of a moose. I don't know about an actual.
Yeah,
moose,
we should just do a painting.
Yeah,
but Lacey, again another college friend, he had a friend who was in a frat at Penn State, and they had a moose in the frat, like an actual moose head.
It's awesome.
And someone stole it.
Shut up.
Someone stole the
moose
moose
I'd
head.
be pissed.
Yeah. So I think they had like put their dues together to buy another one. But like, it's kind of badass that they stole that.
Yeah, it is kind of badass.
Whoever has that.
And that is such a thing in college. Like when
stealing stuff.
Yeah, when you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, whatever, and you just get way too drunk, like stealing things that are harmless out of people's houses or on the street, like street signs or like little shit outside bars and stuff.
Before, yeah.
Like we used to steal stuff all the time.
Way too much.
And then just like put it in the corner. Like we weren't really like, it was just like to steal just to steal. Yeah.
I would say like when we were in high school and we went to State Patty's Day, visited my sister, me and another one of our friends, I'm not going to sell them out, I guess, on it, would take like the remotes, the TV remotes from the parties we were at.
Yeah.
So we're in high school and we're just stealing remotes to these college kids, right? Sunday morning, they're cleaning up,
sucks.
Trying to put like football on. They're looking everywhere for the remote.
Sucks.
Like if you know it's gone, you're not going to keep looking, but you don't know it's gone.
Right.
And it's just like sitting like Archibald, Pennsylvania. That was so mean.
Dude, we used to.
That's so messed up.
Especially like when you were trying to get in, like as an underclassman, sometimes like getting into parties was tough. And then like people think they're like king dick, so they're just like a dick to you for literally no reason, whatever. It's like, oh well, I'm gonna show this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You go into the bathroom, you just like piss all over the place. It's like we did some. Everybody, I feel like everybody did some
College
fucked up
parties
stuff.
is like the Wild West.
Yeah, it really was.
It's also crazy. Again, you pay $5 to have as many sandwiches as you want.
Yeah,
that's insane.
You could have.
Imagine going to a bar and
You
doing
could have
that
15 turkey sandwiches.
Oh, buddy. Right, you want a sandwich? College is the best 4 years of your life. Go away for college.
Oh, that is
enjoy it.
That is one of my biggest regrets. Oh, actually, I do want to talk to you more about college. So before we go there, one of the biggest regrets of my life, looking back, is not going somewhere sick for college. Like you have to
Hawaii
pay.
or something like that?
Yeah, like you have to pay.
Yeah.
You're away for 4 years anyway.
Yeah.
Just go somewhere where like you might not be able to live there for 4 years at the next point in your life. That is truly my biggest regret. Even if it's just like South Carolina, just like something way different.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah. I mean,
but like we
would be
also
awesome,
had
but, like,
so much
I know.
FOMO with like our buddies from home.
Yeah.
Where it's like when something was good going on, like over the weekend, or like visiting buddies at different schools, or even like coming home for the summer and stuff like that. Like we still had a good group of friends home, so it was hard.
Yeah, and it was good, like, again, because we're all relatively close, within like 3 hours of driving to visit. Everyone was like, that was sick.
Yeah,
that
and
was
meet
cool.
everybody's friends.
But like if you were in like South Carolina, we might visit you once in the 4 years you're there.
Right.
And like that'd be a hell of a weekend.
Yeah.
But like it was cool just to pop down to St. Joe's or Temple. You guys come up here, we go to Penn State.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It is easier, like hindsight now, just go. Like obviously, like you could pick up with your guys after, but in the moment, it's.
Remember when I was younger, I was like, I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I think like Colt Brennan. You remember Colt Brennan?
Yeah,
quarterback. I'm like, he threw like 50 touchdowns in one season. I'm gonna go to Hawaii.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be Colt Brennan.
I'm gonna be Colt Brennan.
Or at the very least, receiving end of the next Colt Brennan.
But my mom wouldn't let me apply to Hawaii.
Didn't fly.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't have got in anyways. I didn't get in any of the schools I applied to. I only got into Susquehanna.
Really?
Only Susquehanna.
How many, did you apply to a bunch of schools?
So I applied to Penn State. Oh, this is actually not a good story, but I applied to Penn State. They're like, you can't come here. You can go to Worthington. Really? So eventually I would have got there, which is fine. So I guess I got into that.
All right.
Temple, there's like, no, you're not coming. I applied to Westchester because Sarah went there.
Yeah.
And I went and hung out the one time, had a couple sandwiches there, and it was fun. They're like, you can't come here, but you can go to Lock Haven.
Really?
And I was like, well, I didn't apply to Lock Haven.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
they
like
connect
sister schools or something.
I had no idea.
But they're like, yeah, you can't come to Westchester, but you can go. That's when, remember, you got to go to the Haven.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Isn't that where Drew Simonik went?
Yeah. So I would have ran into Drew and Dean and all those boys, which would have been
boys earlier.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then I only got to Susquehanna because I played football. Thank God.
Worked out.
Susquehanna was the best 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be paying off those loans forever. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah. But that's what I said. The beauty of college is it is 4 years, which like, I think you appreciate it more. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if you live at the beach, you don't appreciate the beach.
Yeah.
But like,
it's not going to last forever.
You don't have college forever.
No.
It's a good thing because, again, you have the 4 years to live it up and have fun.
You got to pack it in.
But there's some people that are like, I didn't like college and like, I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't like college.
What happened?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, is it a them?
I think so.
I mean, I guess it depends where you go.
Right.
But like,
or like,
not everyone had the same college experience I had.
Right.
But I loved it.
I know, like,
loved it.
With, I guess, like getting into the football thing, it's nice because you not that you have built-in friends, but you have at least like built-in introductions and like-minded people for the most part.
Yeah.
Where like my freshman year at school, like I truly didn't know a soul when I went there, like not a single person.
Yeah.
And like I got along with some guys early on, but like I knew I could like find better friends. But then like once you're a year in, it's hard because everybody has friends already. They're like, are you really just going to take
like
on
being
like
adult
new buddies?
It's like being an adult and making new friends.
Right.
Like everyone has their friends.
Right.
It's
like I'm
that's tough
all
to
good
do.
on friends. Like I'm not going to be a dick to anybody, but like we're good. Like we're good.
Yeah.
So like everybody is set on friends for the most part. And like obviously it's still college. You're still making friends. So it worked out for me. Like my sophomore year, I started hanging out with a different group of guys a little bit more. And they became like the boys I hung out with for the rest of my college career. But like, it is sometimes tough for different people, and like you wonder
to make friends.
If you don't connect like early on, it's like
kind of screwed.
your college could go downwards quick. But
no, even just back to like college friends, again, like playing football, like obviously you're around 100 guys every single day, like all day. So naturally you're going to connect with those people.
Yeah.
But like think about like your college friends, like you somewhat know them better than you know like your home friends.
yeah,
Because like we see each other.
we never lived together.
No, we never lived together. Like we see each other like 3 to 4 times a week sometimes.
Right.
Right. But like you were with those people at college 24/7.
Right. Meals.
Yeah. Everything.
Like
everything.
at night, every single part.
Everything.
Like,
Like you're with them all the time.
yeah.
So like again, like although you know them for like those 4 years of college, like I feel like you almost know them a little bit better than your home
Right,
friends
it's
because
like
you're with them more.
You pack 10 years into 4 years.
Yeah.
It's just the time together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
Which is interesting to think about, but
I know. And I guess like for those, I don't know who might be listening who doesn't know you, but if there is anybody listening, Pryal was a tight end at Susquehanna all 4 years.
that's you. Let's go.
Absolute beast mode, especially junior and senior year. We went down to a couple of games, and kid was just psychotic on the kickoff team. I think as a sophomore, junior, whatever it was. Just a beast. And
We had fun.
bunch of the boys that you've mentioned so far from Susquehanna, just great dudes, and a bunch of them were stud football players as well.
And they all stem from football.
Yeah.
And then just like friends for forever.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
But
Good stuff.
yeah, those are good times, man. Real good times. You and Moose coming to visit.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, I got some hot takes on weddings.
Oh, yeah.
So when it comes to weddings, I love weddings. Absolutely love weddings. Been to a bunch of them. Plan to go to a bunch more.
Yeah, you do well there.
Love weddings. But like, what the hell? What's the deal with save the dates? Why can't the save the date just be the invitation?
I agree.
Someone set that norm, and now just like everyone's screwed. Like, I mean, you're getting married, so you know how it goes.
I agree.
It just makes no sense.
Right. And like,
Here's the save date. All right.
I guess
Like that's the invitation.
The only
save
reason
it.
is like you might be working out some of the finer details if there's a bunch of moving parts in terms of like,
Yeah.
if you're adding transportation for people to get to and from the weddings or stuff like that.
See that.
But like for 90% of the weddings like we're talking about,
Yeah.
you know everything when you send the save the date.
Yeah.
Just send the invitation.
Yeah. It's just put it in the invitation, or even be like, I don't know, like check the website for more details later on. Like that just makes no sense. And then for guys, it's not bad. Like guys' weddings is not too bad, but for girls, nightmare. Yeah. To be in a wedding as a girl, like for guys, we just like rent a tux. You show up, have a couple sandwiches with your boys all day.
Yeah.
And then like you just stand there.
Yep.
For girls, like to like you wake up at like 4 a.m, get your hair done.
They start early.
I don't even understand how that works. Like, does the person pick your hair? Do you pick your hair? Besides the point.
Yeah.
But like, then you have a bridal shower where you give a gift, I guess, at the bridal shower. And then you go to the wedding and give another gift.
I know.
What the hell's that about?
The girls have
Doesn't make sense.
They screwed themselves so bad.
They did.
Like the level of commitment that goes into a wedding, and just like, and like also like catering to the girl the whole day, which like you should. It's their day. Like,
For
I'm
sure.
not saying like don't,
you want to
don't make it about them and make it
It's
special.
like the guys do that, I guess, in a sense. Where like, I don't know, you need a drink, like we'll make sure you have one.
Right.
But like, yeah, they
It's
go
way
all
simpler for
out.
guys.
So
Yeah.
easy. And even just like to bachelor parties, like girls like plan stuff.
And,
They do outfits.
and for bachelorette parties, it's not only planning every single hour down to the minute, but also upon arrival, if the place isn't decorated to the gills, oh, you're a piece of shit.
Gotta get that friggin' Instagram.
Gotta get
flex
that
on
picture.
that gram. Let's go.
Like everybody's expecting it. You don't like.
Yeah.
Girls.
As
just
they'll be
overdo
like,
everything.
so and so on the bachelorette. I didn't see any pictures.
Yeah.
So as if it didn't happen because
Right.
there's no pictures.
No
But then
way.
like guys, like we'll go and just like sometimes you don't even see the bachelor the whole time. You're not even with them.
Yeah.
And
And that's
like-
happened plenty of times. Right? Like
Yeah.
we're in bachelor parties with like 17, 18, 20 people. And like you could go literally the whole night. I'm like obviously like, trying to buy him a drink or
Yeah.
take care of him, like make
Yeah,
sure he's
they're-
not
yeah.
paying for anything.
Yeah.
And like you just don't see him.
Don't see them. You kind of just do whatever. And like outfits, I mean, like I do like the t-shirts. Like I feel like we never do them, but like you get like a funny t-shirt with your buddy on
Yeah.
it. Some people hate them, but I don't know. I like a funny t-shirt.
I'm in the if it's funny, yeah. But like if you're trying to make me to just wear like bachelor no, like fuck no. If
Batch,
it's funny,
please.
yes.
No, yeah. It's so again, the girls have to do all that stuff, and it's just like it seems like a nightmare.
Yeah.
I would never make it as a girl
and
as
then,
a bridesmaid.
And then they just get like it's just like the weddings, like the bachelorette parties and everything else. Like then like they just lose sight of what it's actually about.
Yeah.
They become more stressed than like having fun, like or enjoying the moment. With, like for the wedding, it's just like you hope everything is perfect and everybody like you're there to get married to your person. Like fuck everything else. Like, obviously you hope things go well. Yeah. But like. It's not about the fucking napkins and the tablecloths. Not at all. The centerpieces. Like, not at all. Like I don't know. I that's what irks me. I'm like, you completely lost sight of what it's actually about.
The wedding. Yeah. And weddings are just so different nowadays too. Like I feel like they like meant more when our parents were getting married. Yeah. Like it was like a spiritual thing. It was like more religious and stuff. Right. But like now it's just like a flex off. Like who can just have a better wedding? Like
I agree.
Who can get the cooler Instagram picture?
Yeah, I agree.
Which I mean, again, they're nice. They're fun parties. I like going to them. But just like
you might have been to more weddings at this age than almost anybody I know.
It's been a lot.
You and Cody Pascalicchio.
Yeah, oh yeah, he kills
professional wedding attendees.
If there's any chicks out there. They need a wedding date. Let me know.
The absolute best +1 you'll ever find.
Let me know.
We were we were talking about because Jake on the last episode we were talking about Seth's wedding and his brother Tyler just got engaged.
Oh really?
So he's like, yeah, like lots of weddings in the past year or two or whatever, and your name got brought up just because like you know how to do weddings, right?
Love a wedding.
Yeah.
Love a wedding. Just gotta keep my shirt on though. Made that mistake too many times.
Popping top
can't be popping top at weddings.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you get the party started when you are like the first one on the dance floor every single time. You get everybody involved. Like it's always a good time. Yeah. And then 2 hours later, when the shirt comes off, like hey, some eyebrows might go up, but like the people who are there to party really fucking love it.
Yeah. People who know me are like, all right. It's whatever. But people who don't know me, they're like, what the heck? What's he doing over there?
Common occurrence.
Yeah.
Winter wedding, just.
We got a New Year's wedding coming up, though. Shout out to Zwally's, Andrew Zwally, Haley. I love a New Year's wedding. Third one in a row. Just gives you plans. Like, I like dressing up. I like eating sandwiches and tuxedos.
Yep. Right.
But yeah, it's nice.
Where's that one at?
Harrisburg.
Yeah. Nice.
They have like a welcoming party, I guess, Saturday, and the wedding's Sunday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to Susquehanna friends. So it's always good getting together with them.
Good catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were actually just looking at some stuff last night because some stuff for Mexico came through. So we're like trying to iron out like our welcome party for everybody on Wednesday and everything.
That's
like
Wednesday, right?
Yeah. So like we're gonna be on the beach.
What time's that at?
Probably. I don't know, 6.
Moose and I are still trying to figure out the flights.
Yeah.
That's more my fault, not Moose's fault.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah.
Done.
Should be cool though, a little beach bonfire.
Yeah, I'm excited
for
all
that stuff.
That's gonna be awesome. Like weddings are already awesome, but like doing a trip with like all of our friends.
Yeah.
We've never done that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's gonna be friggin' bananas.
The all you can eat is gonna be interesting. I gotta like figure out my days. Or even like hours.
I know.
Cause like again, if it's in front of me, I just eat it. I keep eating it, and then I get sick, and I ruin my day.
Ruin your whole day. Yeah.
I'm just a child. I mean, I will grow up eventually.
I'm very much treating it like drink first, find food after. Whatever happens in between.
A little bit of a balance.
Yeah.
I just remembered one thing. I want to circle back to college friends. Mm-hmm. So college again, 4 years for the most part. Shout out Zwally as well. I think it's 6 years, but some people have the victory laps, but like there's people you see every single day, right? That when you leave college, you'll never see again.
Yeah.
Like when you leave high school, like you come back and you go to the grocery store, you go to Quinn's, like you're going to run into so-and-so, like all the like people that you see. But like when you leave college, there's people that you legitimately will never see the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And
like
it's so
fairly,
crazy.
even like people you're fairly close
to.
Like
people that I would consider friends, but like not friends where I'm going to like call them up.
Right.
But like someone like, again, there's guys at the gym that I would see every day, like say what's up to them. Like I knew what they were doing in their life, like during that time, like, and then never see them ever.
It is wild. I never thought about that.
And the cool thing of social media is you're able to kind of, I guess, stay connected in that sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just so crazy. Like you just like never see that person ever again. You saw them every single day.
It is wild to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just like so many people like that when it comes to college, especially again, I went to a small D3 school. So like you kind of knew everyone. So I guess it's a little bit different. But I mean, still, even go to bigger school.
Yeah.
There's people that you live next to.
Right.
People that you had classes with.
Right. And you're just, that's it.
Never again.
It is strange to think about too. Like obviously Facebook was the thing when we were in school, like how you were saying social media keeps you like somewhat connected.
Yeah,
Like our senior year, I think like one of my first pictures on Instagram was the front door of my college house, like because I was graduating.
On Instagram.
Yeah. So it's like weird to think that Instagram wasn't even that popular.
Twitter, I think I got a Twitter my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had a number on my phone. I didn't have a smartphone.
Right.
I had a number on my phone that I would text tweets to.
Yeah. It was so like
that was
if you didn't so I guess my point is like if you didn't connect with them early, like in the early stages of Instagram and Facebook, you really lost touch with them.
Yeah.
Just forget about them.
Yeah. That was great. I mean, I know we didn't do anything to like deserve this, to earn this, but I think we grew up in like the perfect time.
I agree.
Where again, like we didn't have the social media, but we at least know the social media now.
Yeah.
It's like we know what's going on. Like
right.
We're aware. Like I'm not on TikTok, but like I know what it is.
Right.
But like our parents are just clueless when it comes to social media. I mean, I guess they're getting better at it.
Yeah.
Slowly. And then like the kids now are just, it's all social media. It's their entire life.
Right.
Is what it is. So again, no credit to us because we were literally just born at a good time.
Bystanders.
But it's like a perfect like mixture of the two.
Yeah, because when we were in high school, Facebook was for college kids.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that. Like my sister is 5 years older than me. She got it and she's like, yeah, like you could probably get one like when you go to school. It's like good to like meet people, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, but it's for college kids. So like just think about that from like 1 year old till basically 18.
Yeah.
We were social media free and it was the best.
It was awesome.
Like we had it great.
So our first taste of it though, I was talking to my students about this. AOL.
Oh
yeah. Screen name.
Yeah.
My screen name is Rob2Cool91. Where were you?
DeBubba 12.
DeBubba, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And even like there's a girl in my class, her name's Abby, and I just like remember like, oh, I had a friend named Abskadoo.
Yep.
Abskadoo92, I think Abby Rodway was. But yeah, like that was in a sense social media, you would connect.
Right.
But it was like hilarious. Like if you didn't say hi first, you were screwed.
Right.
Because you would say hi, then they would say hey, and you would say what's up, and they say nothing much you.
And
you would say nothing much, and then they would say cool. And then like
that was pretty much it.
Game over. Unless you have something else to talk about, like it's just like that was it.
Yeah, we were in like 6th grade. We had no clue how to communicate with girls.
No,
but it was definitely easier through AOL than it was in.
But if I saw someone pop up, be like, "Hey," you say "Hey" first.
Yeah, you see them sign on. You
and
hear
maybe
the door.
Maybe she'll like maybe she'll say something else, but like usually she didn't. Actually, not usually. Always. Whoever it was, they never said something else. Which is but that's what it was, and that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. And like hearing the dial-up thing and all that, like it's crazy how like I feel like it's gone by so fast, but like it's been 20 years or whatever since those days. But like to think like how much you could do on your phone now compared to like just dial. Yeah, I know, very much doing that right now.
We are getting old though. But, like, we are getting old,
dude. Just sitting on your computer waiting to get online and nobody being able to use your phone. In your house,
it's awesome.
to like now what we have, it's fucking
like there's the world is just right here.
That's what scares me about AI and shit the most because we're in like the infant stages. Like nobody even knows what it's capable of aside from like Chat GPT right now.
Yeah,
and like 20 years goes by so goddamn fast. Like how fucking insane is life going to be in 20 years?
I listened to I think it was Rogan talking to Elon Musk about it.
Yeah,
and he's pretty much like. Kind of like a seatbelt. You don't know you need a seatbelt until it's too late, right? Until someone crashed and they go through the windshield, like, oh, should have had a seatbelt, right? And then cars are like, oh, we'll put seatbelts in there. But AI is pretty said the same thing. Like we won't know that we've gone too far until it's too late,
right? Which
whatever.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of movies about it already. Like I hope it doesn't go that route.
Yeah, that'd be a cool way to go. A bunch of robots killing us.
Yeah, as long as we all die. That's what I said. I'm like, as long as everybody dies, I don't care. Not missing anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's like even if. Well, I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna say
a little morbid.
I was gonna say if like we were all on the same flight to Cancun and we all died, like I wouldn't care.
That'd be crazy.
It would suck.
What our whole friend group goes out.
We'd be like Leonard Skinner.
Hell yeah! Shout out Leonard Skinner, gym teacher.
Didn't they had a plane crash, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like a good chunk.
I was leaning into that. I was just like adding on to that, but I don't really know.
I think like I don't know how many guys
they all
were
died?
in the band.
I think
all but 1 or 2.
Damn.
And maybe there were 6 guys in the band total. But I know a good chunk of them died, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's why like aren't like the president and vice president not supposed to fly together because of that?
Yeah.
Because everyone just dies.
Yeah. Air Force One is specifically for Prez, and then I don't know, Air Force Two, I guess.
Air Force Two. That's a tough look.
Yeah, big goals.
I was just thinking, this is like a ridiculous, but like, so again, president dies, right? Vice president, like keep going down the line. Like, I wonder, like,
There's a show about this.
really?
Yeah, it's called Last Survivor.
Like, what are we on the list?
You know the
am I on there? Am I on there somewhere like 100,000 down?
Somewhere, yeah.
No, I could be president.
This guy, you know Kiefer Sutherland, I think his name is. He's the guy who.
Although I know that name,
he was
I
the
can't
actor
picture
in
him.
like 24, where like he's like a Jason Bourne type character, like he fucks people up, but like just like whatever. Well, in this show, he was the 19th. I think it was the 19th designated person.
Down the list.
Yeah, down the list because somebody blew.
But what
up.
was he? Was he like a
He
senator
was in
or
charge
something?
of like
or governor?
like economic affairs or something like that. Like completely removed from the
And they're like,
actual cabinet.
You're the guy now.
Yeah, and
awesome.
somebody blew up the Capitol.
Can't do that.
So he was the guy on watch that night for whatever he was responsible for, and he from his window in like one of the opening scenes, they blow up the Capitol, and he's like, "Holy shit!" Like everybody I know and work with was in that building,
Now I'm the guy.
and now I'm the president, and that's
now
the
I'm
show.
the president.
Yeah.
Such a ridiculous statement.
I know. It's
I'm the
crazy.
president. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Kiefer Sutherland.
I'm
picturing
I
him.
like him as an actor. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like an older looking guy. He's
Bald.
like,
Does he look like Bruce Willis? Picturing Bruce Willis.
no, not really. He's not bald, but like he just looks like maybe like 5 or 10 years younger than our dad. Like he's just like a dad.
You think
type
Kiefer's his
character.
real name? Kiefer?
I think that is his real name.
Damn.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer.
I hope I'm not fucking that up.
No, that's definitely a name. Kiefer. Sutherland.
And I know like his dad, I think, was a famous actor or director or something too, Sutherland. But he's a really good actor. That like 24 series, I think it's where like the clock is always ticking in the background or at the end of every episode. Like you've probably heard that.
Yeah. I've watched. I think I've not watched it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
He was the guy in that. But
So many like movies and TV shows I just like never watched.
I know, me too.
I'm terrible at that.
I was really bad with that. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
But like when Netflix, like it was years and years and years, like everybody was watching Netflix and I just didn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think I just had my sister's account.
Yeah.
But again, like show wise, like if I just see something like on Twitter that everyone's tweeting about, I'm like, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like I don't have like shows that I watch.
I was like
There's
that.
New Girl. Shout out New Girl.
New Girl?
New Girl.
What's
You
that?
never watch New Girl?
No.
Oh my God. It's the best show ever.
What's it about?
You know Zoe Deschanel?
Yeah.
So it's her and she moves into an apartment with like 3 dudes and she's like the new girl. And it's just like, I don't know.
Is
like
this
that-
new?
No.
Oh,
It's
really?
old. Yeah.
Really? No, I never watched
And
it.
like the 3 guys are like hysterical. Like I feel like you can like everyone can almost like relate to one of them.
Yeah.
And then just like, I don't know, she's like a little nerdy, but it's like it's like weirdly really attractive. Yeah, she's
a
a new
babe?
girl. Yeah.
I can't.
Zoe
really
Deschanel.
picture
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
know her
She's
name.
so she was an elf. It's not like one of her biggest shows,
Oh,
but she was the girl singing an elf in
Okay.
in
Yeah,
shower.
Yeah.
She had blonde hair there. She had brown hair now.
Yeah.
But she's married to
That scene makes in Elf makes me laugh out loud like really hard.
when he's singing.
Yeah.
He's like screaming.
Yeah.
It's cold outside. Well, I mean, Will Ferrell's so funny.
Dude, hilarious.
He's out of his mind.
Especially like when we got him. I don't want to say like at his prime, but like we were in like a stupider, more stupid era of our life where like Step Brothers was like just crushed us, like so goddamn funny the first time.
Hit at the best time.
Yeah.
Step
Even
Brothers.
like The Hangover, like we were seniors in high school, I think. Like
Yeah.
it was that honest. I think about anytime somebody talks about The
Yeah.
Hangover, we were sitting next to each other.
Funniest scene.
There was like 15 of us that went to the movies together.
Yeah.
And when he cuts his hand on the roof, when Alan cuts his hand on the roof, me and you are sitting next to each other. I don't know if I've ever laughed that hard in my
I
whole
laughed
life.
the rest of the movie. I couldn't tell you what happened. He
Because
just
then
looks
we
and
were just like laughing at
Blood
each
Brothers.
other, laughing, and then like just replaying. Like I could see you replaying it in your head. And
Yeah.
like same here, dude.
It's one of the funniest.
One of the hardest I've ever laughed.
One of the funniest scenes in history of movies.
Yes.
Blood Brothers. I laughed the entire movie after that.
He's so goddamn funny. He in a sleeper movie that like every time I bring it up, everybody's like, "No, I never saw it." Is Due Date? Do you ever see that? So it's Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr.
And they need to get somewhere.
They need to get somewhere. So Robert Downey Jr.'s trying to get home from like a like a business meeting. He's flying home or whatever, and he has a run-in with Zach at the airport, whatever. There's like a big mix-up, so they end up basically having to drive across the country because they can't catch a flight because like their IDs are gone and all this stuff. So the whole movie is basically just them two driving.
Yeah, I definitely
and,
saw the previews
having issues and everything.
Yeah,
dude, I laugh out loud so much in that movie just from Zach, like being because like he plays the same character as Alan basically.
He does that a bunch.
He's like, yeah, I mean, he is who he is.
Yeah,
he's just carrying around his father's urns in like a coffee can, and like that plays a big role. It is so, but they're trying to get home to Robert Downey Jr.'s wife because she's having a baby.
Okay.
So he's like rushing home. He was supposed to be home like 3 days earlier. Yada yada. It's so goddamn funny, and I feel like not a lot of people.
No, yeah, I definitely haven't seen it. I'll have to check that one out.
You would like it. It's funny.
But like you said, laughing out loud too. Isn't it funny how like only certain things, like if you're by yourself at your house, like something has to be really funny for you to actually laugh out loud.
Really, really funny.
To laugh out
to
loud.
be alone and laugh out
to be
loud.
like in silence and you just like start audibly laughing.
Yeah.
Something has to be hysterical.
I also feel like it is obviously everyone like hot take. People have different moods, but like some days like I'm watching something and I will just get like the church giggles watching something and I'm like, it's not even that funny, but I'm laughing out loud.
Yeah.
And then like other days, like I know it's funny and it's just not making me laugh.
Yeah.
So it is like circumstantial, but to your point, like you go to a comedy show, a good chunk of your laughter is just because other people are
for
laughing.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what, if something that genuinely makes you laugh out loud, like that's actually funny. If you're by yourself and you're actually laughing, that's funny.
And when that happens, that's when I start like I try not to. I don't even try. It just doesn't happen for me. Like I don't really recommend. Krista,
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Did you just fall down the steps?
I was trying to be so quiet.
Are you okay?
Are you alright? Hey.
I was trying to sneak out.
Are you okay?
I felt like it happened in slow motion, like a whoa.
That's wild.
I didn't want to make a million trips.
Oh shit.
I'm so embarrassed. Goodbye.
That's so funny.
Bye, Chris.
Ow.
Hope your butt's okay.
But back to that, like, when's the last time you fell to the ground?
Yeah, so just had a little hiccup here at the house. So we're in the basement, and Krista was trying to sneak out of the house as quiet as she could.
Real sneaky.
And we just hear, whoa! She just fell down about 8 steps.
She's okay.
She's okay.
I know she's just too proud to admit it, but she walked out.
Yeah, her ass might be hurting a little, but she's all right.
But just, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I haven't fallen to the ground.
No, it's been a while.
Like, you trip. Like,
Yeah.
I trip. I'm not going to say I don't trip, but, like, to go from, like, standing up to on the ground,
Yeah.
it just hasn't happened.
I know.
Yeah.
From being like a kid and like your knees are scraped.
You just
up
fall
every
over.
single
And then you get old, I guess. Like, that's circle life, falling.
full circle. Yeah.
You start off falling, you stand, and then you end up falling.
What if we lived life in reverse? You started old, got and like
You just
say
get progressively smaller.
progressively smaller.
And you're just a baby when you're like 100?
Yeah. No. Like you just start at 100 and work backwards to 0.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you're like an adult, like you're an old person?
Like you like instead of getting older and wiser, you get younger and dumber.
But you shrink
Mm-hmm.
to a baby size.
Yeah, but like you don't have the wisdom of a 20-year-old or like a 30-year-old. You're just a baby.
Yeah.
So like every day you're just forgetting things. Like the same way an old person
So you
would,
kind of do that when you're an old person.
right? Like the same way an old person forgets things, you're just forgetting things that you've learned because you're getting younger and you didn't learn them yet.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be awesome.
And then like you just get sucked back into your mom's.
Dude. I don't want that.
No, so somebody and you're alive for it. And
No.
you
I'm out. You had me. I'm out now. I am out.
So somebody raised it up as a hypothetical because they're like, life would be better if it was backwards because you would start with money basically and get to
What if you don't have money? I'm older and I don't have money now.
No, like when you're retired and everything, you have this money that you're supposed to let it stretch. So like, what if the government just funded you for the first 30 years of your life with money? You're just coasting by as a elderly person, and then
You don't work.
you get into your working career, and
So you start working at like 55 then.
you start working at like 55
And you work
or
your way
60
down to
and
like
work your way,
18 or whatever.
and then you get
20.
to experience your youth. So instead of like youth being wasted on the youth, you get to like look forward to your youth. Like, oh, dude, I can't wait until I'm 22 and then 21 and then back. Like,
That'd be weird though. Then you can't drink.
it's such a mind fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're just drinking your entire life
And then for,
what would it be like 80 years?
yeah.
And then you're like, no, you can't anymore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then you do it for a few years because you'll do it illegally.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just don't have the desire. It just fizzles out.
Interesting.
It's a mind fuck to think about, like how you would approach life differently. You have to really.
Would you approach it differently?
I think like
So you're saying people are saying that like the youth's wasted on the youth?
yeah, because you don't
What do you mean
realize
by
how
that?
good it is.
Yeah.
And so like if you started like old and like you're like moving slow and
But wouldn't you still
achy,
not know?
But I guess because like people could still talk to you about like, oh dude, like just wait until you're 25.
Yeah.
So like the same way like people say like, oh dude, just wait until you're 65 and you get to retire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just wait until you're 25. You're going to be full of energy.
Yeah.
You're going to have no aches and pains. You get to live life like
Mhm.
crazy. Because they tell you that when you're young, but you don't know anything different because you don't have anything to compare it to.
Mm.
Where if you were old first, you would have something to compare it to.
Okay.
So you don't,
Yeah, I kinda
you
understand a little
appreciate it
better.
more. So like basically instead of getting to retire, you get your youth.
Mm-hmm.
And you could appreciate the youth instead of appreciating retirement.
I think I understand.
It's interesting.
But I just feel like, so my counterpoint, I guess, is just like, you don't appreciate anything until it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even like people tell you like
Right.
when you're like, I don't know, 65, you get to retire. Like, it's awesome. But
Yeah,
like,
but-
again, like people, like we just said, college is the best 4 years of your life.
Yeah.
College kids are like, just like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that means nothing to them right now.
Right.
But then like they'll look back and be like, yeah, that was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But like, are you ever going to look back on being 85 and old and achy and like no hunger and this and that and be
Look
like,
back at 85? No.
and be
You'll
like,
dead.
no, but you'll be younger and be like, oh man, those were the days.
When I was 85.
Right. You won't. If you were getting younger first.
So I see that aspect of it too. Which again, it would be nice if you're going from, like the aches and pains to feeling better.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously awesome.
Because
And you would appreciate it then.
because
hopefully.
that's just your norm. Like you don't know what it's like to not have aches and pains if you are born at 95.
Yeah.
It's just a fun.
That's interesting, yeah.
Hypothetical.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there, but
Falling.
falling.
Yeah.
Krista falling down the steps.
Yeah, life alert.
That's how. Yeah, I'm gonna get her a
I'm
button for her
falling.
birthday.
I can't get up. You
She's
should get her one. She, no offense to Krista, but she makes me think like she falls a lot.
she's a liability.
My
at
sister
times.
falls a lot.
Which one?
Elizabeth.
Really?
She falls more than a human should fall. And it's like, I don't know. She just like trip or something, but she like, oh yeah, she falls.
Don't you
Too much.
Don't
Like,
you
once a
kinda
quarter.
Forget that? Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Way too much.
Once a quarter?
Maybe not that much.
Isn't it? Do you get reminded going back to like we play basketball every Monday,
Mm.
and every once in a while, like if you slip on the court or kind of like dive for a loose ball, whatever,
Yeah.
and if like you really hit your knee on the hardwood,
Yeah.
like I kind of forget how bad it hurts. Like
Yeah.
it hurts fucking bad,
Yeah. Yeah.
It
We're getting old. So like, yeah, like falling.
and it lingers longer too. Yeah,
Yeah. I definitely don't bounce back as much as quick as we used to,
yeah.
which that's weird. Cause again, like physically we're getting older, but like mentally, I feel like I'm not.
I know.
Which is that's a good thing. I don't know if it's good or bad or
Yeah,
unrealistic, but
they're
like Peter Pan.
They say you're as old as you feel,
Yeah.
or you think you are, whatever the phrase is.
Yeah. But I feel, like I said, I feel like I plateaued at like 25.
Yeah,
Been 25 the last 10 years.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I do feel like
I feel like I'm not like young. Like, I don't feel like an 18-year-old, but I don't feel like, I don't know.
a
I don't want to say an adult. I don't feel like a
like a dad.
old- Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't feel like that.
I will
Not
say
dad, but
in like the last year and a half, 2 years, I've felt a sharp contrast in like I used to have FOMO so bad. Like if anybody was doing anything, I'd be like, I would have to go. I would get in fights with like girlfriends, everything. Like just because I'm like, I gotta go. Like it might be the best night ever. Like,
Yeah.
And like now, I'm just like fine missing some more stuff and like laying low.
Yeah.
Which I used to like not understand. I'm like, we're young. Like why would you not go out? Why the hell would you just sit home? That's so stupid. All your friends are hanging out.
Absolutely.
And like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like something just flipped in my brain where I was like, I don't care as much anymore.
Yeah.
But like big stuff I don't want to miss, obviously.
Yeah.
But like if it's just like 4 of us hanging out one night, like,
Yeah.
I don't make it as a point as I used to.
Yeah. No, I hear you on that. Again, I feel like I'm still like FOMO. Like I want to like be around for everything that I can. Don't really say no to a whole lot when it comes to like hanging out with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely see what you're saying though. Definitely getting a little bit less, more like, maybe I'll just relax.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know what the hell happens. And like, yeah, I used to like criticize those people and I'm like, I guess it just happened younger for them or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I used to like, I could not wrap my head around it. I was like, what the hell? You guys are like wishing your life away.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
No, I agree with you on that. For
That's
sure.
interesting. What about Christmas trees?
Oh yeah. So that was another one I put on the list. Christmas trees, I think, is one of the dumbest traditions that people do.
Why do we do it? Do you have any idea?
No clue. I don't know the history behind it.
Me either.
And like I do it, like we get together with the whole family. Like that's, I guess, nice hanging out with your family and go get the Christmas trees. But then like I'm cutting out my Christmas tree. I'm cutting out my parents' Christmas tree, my sister's Christmas tree.
Yeah, you're putting.
So I'm just like on the ground. I'm in the mud.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for
paying
this.
more money so I can cut the tree down.
Yeah,
it's like, why is that more money to do?
Makes no
It's
sense.
freezing.
That's like when people pay to go pick strawberries. I'm like, you're doing the
To do the work.
farmer a favor.
Yeah, but then like, just think about it. Then there's just like literally just a tree in your house.
Right.
Imagine any other tree being in, like a tree, not a plant. You have a tree in your house. Full tree.
Yep.
And you're
That's gonna
watering
die
it.
soon.
Yeah. And I will, again, I'm not going to be like a Scrooge. Like I like having a live tree in my house. I like the smell of it. I like the way it looks. But it's just like a crazy, crazy concept.
Yeah, like if it never existed and somebody tried to introduce it, you'd be like, no,
Yeah, you're high. Like,
going to cut.
don't
down
tell
a tree
anyone
and
that
putting-
idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're a crazy person.
I'm with you on that. I think about that
So many-
on a
so
lot of
many
things.
norms like
I
that.
like it. Yeah, like I like it. It is like it warms the house up for
Yeah.
Christmas, whatever.
Puts you
Like
in
it's
the mood,
cool. And but it is like, why the fuck do we do
It's
this?
insane. Do you do colored lights or white lights?
I used to always do colored, and I always used to cut down my own Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And Krista doesn't want to hear anything about it. But like when we're in our forever house, I'm cutting out, and like we have like if and when we have a family and
Cut down
everything,
tree.
like I want to make a day out of it. Like
And that's, again,
it's
like,
cool.
my parents, they enjoy it. So like, obviously, like I try to be a team member there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It comes down to, it's like kind of miserable.
Yeah.
And then even we went to Lakeland and they didn't have the apple cider donuts. It was
It sucks. That's a
gotta
letdown.
pay $100 for his freaking tree. Like, let me pay more money to get some more donuts. They didn't have any donuts.
Yeah, that's a letdown.
It's terrible.
Those like apple cider donuts, or like any like those old fashioned donuts at those places, when you get them and they're warm, they hit
I don't know
different.
if I've ever had them warm, actually. Yeah. But but back to the colored lights, though. I think, like, I'm a colored light person. When I think of white lights, I just think of rich people.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like a big bougie house.
Yeah. You're just like,
And like,
what's it like
ooh,
being rich?
Like, don't go near it. It's like probably on next to a couch that nobody sits on. I feel the same way.
Yeah. But again, it does look nice. So if you have white lights, I'm not like making fun of you,
Yeah.
but you're rich.
Yeah, you're probably rich.
Probably rich.
Look down upon us.
Yeah. Doing my
Peasants.
colored lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Christmas trees in general, just like crazy concept. And then I saw someone shared a video with me, like on Instagram Reels or something.
Yeah.
Bunch of praying mantis babies, I guess, hide in trees, Christmas trees.
Really?
And then, like, yeah, this person had like thousands of praying mantises, I don't really know, just in their house.
That's insane.
But it's because
they're big, aren't they?
Yeah. But it's because, like, again, you go to any of the local places, they shake the tree.
Yeah.
And I guess that, like, would shake out, like, the baby, like, the bugs. But I guess, like, this place in, like, California didn't shake their tree out, which is, like, that's just idiotic. You got to shake that tree.
Yeah, you got
What if
to.
there's a freaking bird in there?
Really like your peaches, wanna shake.
Exactly. That's what the song's about, Christmas trees.
Yeah, that's. I wouldn't be happy if there was praying mantis in my tree.
No.
That
It'd
would
be a
suck
nightmare.
ass.
Just
It's
any
bad
bugs,
enough, like
just
when,
bugs in your house.
Yeah, it's bad enough hauling the tree out and the needles are falling everywhere.
Oh my
and, like,
God,
You have to
I'm not looking
vacuum
forward
and like
I
but
need to
it's-
do that.
It's
I
brutal.
planned to do it today, but that seems like it's gonna be
Tomorrow
not a
activity.
tomorrow. Nah, the wedding next week.
Yeah.
This will be a
Maybe
next
Tuesday
week.
night.
That's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Even like in my house, I went to go pick up my tree the one time and put a hole in my ceiling.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see that? It's
Uh-uh.
been like that for a year. I haven't fixed it.
I didn't know that.
There's a hole in the ceiling. Because the top of the tree. A tree.
Jesus
I brought a tree into my
Christ.
house.
Yeah.
We can't be bringing trees in the
That's
house.
why it's a bad idea.
Trees belong outside, not inside. But there's just so many like norms, like there's so many things like we just accept and just
Right.
do because
This
that's
is what we do.
that's how it was.
And like even more so, like whatever. I was gonna say like even like specific families, like this is what we do.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I try. Speaking of trees in a house, Moose was talking about expanding his deck out back, and he has that tree, and he's like, I want to just go like right out to the tree. I'm like, you should just build right around the tree. Like, it's still outside.
That'd be
I'm
sick.
like, that would be sick,
With a tree.
unless the tree causes a problem someday.
Yeah, if it falls.
But if it falls, it's gonna fuck up the deck anyway. So
a good
just build
point.
around it. It'll be sweet.
Wait, the tree like in the middle of his yard? So that far out?
There's one like if you're in his like little horseshoe driveway,
Uh-huh.
it's like just a little. So if you were walking down the sidewalk towards his deck, it's maybe like 5 feet to your right. There's
Okay.
one closer than you might think.
Okay, yeah, I think of the one in the middle next to the dead pet cemetery.
Oh yeah, no, not that far. Like he just wants to. Yeah. Speaking of that, like
That's tough.
just leaving a cemetery for the next homeowner.
Well, it's interesting to think about because like
what are you gonna do?
at my parents' house, yeah, like my guinea pigs that died, my cat, shout out Kanye.
Kanye.
Kanye was the best cat ever. But when
Boy
they
or
died,
girl.
Kanye was the first transgender cat.
Yeah, first ever. It's
Kanye-
really started the trend.
Yeah. Before the Jenners.
Yeah.
Um,
Bruce was taking notes.
yeah, Bruce is taking notes. But yeah, like they're all buried.
Hilarious that it was named Kanye. And then
Wait, that's a good point too. Yeah. And like, yeah, obviously I got the name from Kanye West, but I wasn't like, I love Kanye West. I knew Kanye. But
it was okay to love Kanye when you named him
Yeah,
Kanye.
yeah, that was before he got canceled. I don't know if he's canceled, whatever he's in now. But there's all buried in my parents' house.
Yeah.
So like if they ever sell their house, whoever buys it's gonna have all these dead pets in the yard. Which again, crazy to think.
Yeah.
Crazy to think.
I think we have probably at least two at my parents' house. We definitely have two back there.
Mm.
Yeah, it is weird. I never thought about that. But
Yeah.
this one that in the house that Moose bought had his own tombstone, which
Yeah.
hits a little different because
Very
like
weird. They should-
ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Yeah, they
like
should
if
have taken
there's-
that. We wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
They should have taken that with them.
Yeah. And then like what are you disturbing the dead if you move that tombstone?
He's got Mother Mary there,
Yeah.
right? In like that half
right in there.
bathtub thing. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do with that? Like
Yeah.
again, people religious, you want that's fine. But if you're not religious,
Take it.
you can't throw it away, can you?
Right. You donate it to a church or something.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
like how do you dispose? Like,
Can't just
where
go
do those
smash
go?
it.
Where
Yeah.
do those go?
Yeah. Yeah. Oddly enough. Yeah.
Can't smash it. Definitely can't smash
Yeah.
it.
Cannot smash Virgin Mary.
Maybe just give it to the church and what did it? I don't know. Where do they go?
Put it in your neighbor's yard. Put it in Mitchell's yard.
If someone put one in my yard, this might happen now. If someone put one in my yard, I think I would just have to leave it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to bring up the freaking lawnmower.
I was just
thing.
about to bring it up.
Yeah, I have to. Anyone that's listening, I need help with something here.
PSA.
In my yard, so through my yard, I have a little shed, and in the shed is my lawnmower. I tied up with the string. I don't have like an actual lock because it's just a lawnmower in there. It's a push lawnmower, which is important for the story. And went to go do my last cut of the year, it's a great cut. It's like the fall time. I like putting a sweatshirt on. You're
That's
out there
good.
pushing it, and it takes me about an hour to cut my grass. And like, I love it. That's how we know we're getting old. I genuinely like it. When I was younger, my parents would be like, "Cut the grass." I'm like, "Not doing it," and they give you like $15. You're like, all right, I'll cut it.
Yeah.
So I genuinely love cutting my grass. So I go to cut my grass, and I open it up. I untie. Well, actually, I go to the string. I look at the string, and it's like not tied how I tie it.
Mm-hmm.
When you live by yourself, like you just know
Little stuff like
everything.
That,
Like one time, my mom came in and just like cleaned my sink because like mom's just clean things just to clean, and my Brillo pad was flipped over, and I'm like, something's wrong here.
Somebody was in here.
Yeah. So when I see the strings all tied weird, something's going on. So I open it up, and my lawnmower is not in the shed, but there's another lawnmower there.
Perfectly good mower.
Perfectly fine lawnmower.
Just not yours.
Not mine. Again, no better than my lawnmower, no worse than my lawnmower, but just like another lawnmower.
Just different color, right?
Couple of there's like buttons on it that were different, but like pretty much the same color. So again, like someone
Wildest.
just straight up just
Swapped.
swapped lawnmowers. And it's the perfect, I keep saying it's the perfect prank because there's nothing I
really
can do
is.
about it.
Yeah.
There's like legitimately there's nothing I can do about it. And then like, I'm just cutting my grass and some guy's probably like, look at that idiot. Like I stole his lawnmower and I just cut his grass. And it's like almost imposter syndrome now where I was cutting my grass and the whole hour I'm pushing this lawnmower that's not mine.
Looking over your
I'm trying to convince myself that, is this my lawnmower? Am I just like remembering this wrong? And then I'm just like, no, it's not your lawnmower. Like, don't give in or then they win.
Do you think there's any chance it was any of our friends?
I genuinely have no idea. Like, if it is one of our friends, like, what? I don't know.
It's a psychotic.
It could be in there
Move.
now. Again, I haven't cut my grass since then. So there's a chance they replaced it.
Yeah. It could have just been like some crazy old guy like having night walks or whatever they're called. Not
That stole a lawnmower.
just swapped it for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It's actually awesome. Like, if it was a good lawnmower, I'd be kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like,
Apples to apples, fair
it's
trade.
like cool. Yeah, just a straight up fair trade.
Yeah.
I don't want mine. I'm going to take yours.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine though. It's just like one of the craziest things.
That
Like
is
some crazy things
insane.
have happened in my life. And it's not crazy,
Bizarre.
but it's like crazy.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. So like, if you know about it, if anyone knows about
You
it,
could look at the camera right there and tell them you're coming for them.
yeah, I'm coming for you. No, just give it back, or just let me know you have it. I guess.
Yeah. Just stop fucking with
Yeah,
me.
just like let me know you have it. Like, you got me. I don't know what to tell you. You got me.
I guess that's what you get for making up just completely erroneous.
Yeah,
white
I guess
lies.
that's all. Yeah, that's a little bit of what's that called? Karma.
World karma coming
Yeah,
back at you.
yeah. No, I guess that's fair. I didn't think about it that way. You can't just tell people that Colin Kelly farts on pizzas.
And that
And
this is my parents' wedding song. Every time.
Oh my god, I forgot it. I haven't done that one in a bit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just
That,
like, yeah. You want to tell?
just like
Yeah.
anytime like we'll be at a party and a random song will be on like friggin' Get Low or whatever,
Yeah, whisper
like some-
song by
yeah,
Yin Yang
whisper song,
Twins.
like, oh dude, this is my parents'
That's
wedding
my parents'
song.
wedding song.
And like when you're like meeting like a different crew of people for the first time, they're like, seriously? No way.
No way. That's so cool. This is their song.
Yeah, like
I'm
when
gonna run
did
that
they
back
get married?
tonight. I'm running that back tonight. I haven't done that in a little bit.
It always hits.
Yeah. I do all the stupid bits, and I'll do them until they catch on, and then I just like stop.
Yeah.
but it's not even like an intentional thing.
Right.
Where I'm like,
It's
all right,
too many
people are
know
doing this
about
now.
it.
Like, I need to stop.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. I'm like, on to the next bit.
A lot of your things were contagious too. Like I feel like you were the first person saying dingus around here.
Dingus, yeah.
And like it spread like wildfire.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all anybody was saying. And like now it's just dead. Nobody says it
No,
anymore.
yeah.
And
Yeah. That was Steve Brule. Shout out Steve Brule, John C. Riley.
yeah.
One of the best doctors of our time.
If you haven't ever seen Dr. Stephen Brule on YouTube,
Check it
check
out.
him out.
So it's literally called Check It Out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Yeah.
But
But no, I always say with the dingus thing, like, Mike Casey was literally in Pittsburgh at a football game, called somebody a dingus in the bathroom. And one of my college friends was there and he's like, did you know Robbie Pryal? He's like, yeah, why? He's like, because you said dingus. And that's what he says.
Yeah.
That's
Very-
insane.
Very much a thing.
Small world. Big world, small world.
That even became a thing like at school for me because it was like college.
Oh, you were saying dingus? People
I
like,
was saying, yeah, and like
associate
people
you with it?
associate, yeah, with our guys then.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was all Dr. Stephen Brule and you.
Dr.
Even when
Stephen
you used
Brule.
to say "kiss the baby," like that became contagious.
Yeah.
because that's just like a good thing to say in any moment.
Yeah.
where it's just like "kiss the baby."
Kiss the baby.
That was
That's,
good for a
that's
while.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco.
Moose's mom loved that one.
Yeah.
She always used to say, "Kiss the baby."
Yeah, I always put that like on her birthday post.
Yeah.
How about a funny story about Moose's parents? It involves birthdays. So I'm friends with Moose's brother on Facebook, but I'm also friends with Moose's dad on Facebook, and they both wish me happy birthdays.
Yeah.
But like, I commented on his dad saying like, "Thanks, my man,"
Yeah.
thinking it was like Moose's brother.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would ever
Joe
just call.
Senior.
I don't think I would ever call someone's dad my man. Like, what's up, my man?
Yeah, especially him.
Yeah. So I felt like that was kind of disrespectful. So if you're seeing this, Mr.
He
Canterbury, I
probably
apologize.
liked it. He probably-
Yeah, I don't. Again, it's not that big of a deal. I think I'm overthinking it, but I just thought that was funny. That was like, thanks, my man.
Yeah, and if you know him, yeah, it's even
Mhm.
weirder saying it to him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just don't say that to someone's dad. I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I could never say that to your dad.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Speaking of, since we're talking about dads, like
Mm.
I feel like you and I, obviously, like our dads are different, but like the way they raised us is pretty similar.
Mm.
And like I always wondered, I guess, like how do you think, or how does that like loop into today as a teacher for you? Like how I feel like everything has just gone so soft, and like people need to be.
Mm.
I don't want to say coddled, but like people are more sensitive now, and like in some ways it could be better because you know, maybe it'll lead to less bullying, whatever,
Yeah.
yada yada. Like there's benefits to both sides, but like I
Mm.
guess like how do you see that in this school, and like how things are different compared to like how we might have grown up versus
Yeah,
how
yeah.
things are today being a teacher? What grade do you teach?
6th grade.
6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade science. Yeah, I mean, really, everything boils down to parenting.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like my job's a lot easier if the parents are involved in the kids' education. Whether sometimes again they are coddling them too much, which again it's like it's pros and cons to both. Whereas like it's kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Where again they think that like maybe their kid's the best at literally everything, and sometimes they are really good, but like you have to have a realistic view
Right.
of what your kid is doing. Like no one's perfect, and you got to realize that.
Right.
So sometimes it could be annoying, but it's also nice to know that they're involved
Mm-hmm.
in their child's education, because a lot of times like the parents aren't there.
Right.
And then you're just fighting like an uphill battle. Like it doesn't matter what I do for those 7 hours while that kid's in front of me. They go home and they have nothing there. Like there's no reinforcement. There's no help with anything.
Right.
So it's almost like kind of like you're fighting a losing battle no
Right.
matter what.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's also kind of like the same side though with like people being a little bit softer now. Whereas like there's this famous cartoon that I always refer to. Whereas like it's a teacher, a parent, and a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and the kid messed up, and years ago in the meeting
You
the
get
parent would be yelling at the kid like, what
Right.
did you do wrong, and you need to fix this. Nowadays the parents yell at the teacher,
right.
what did you do wrong, you need to fix
Right.
this. And it's like, again, teachers mess up. Like I'm not perfect by any means,
But like
But
you're
it-
not looking for reasons to
there's no ownership. Yeah,
bring up problems to a parent for that didn't happen with a kid that you're teaching. Like
Yeah.
for a parent to just think like, oh, he's just picking on my kid. Like
Yeah, yeah.
No teacher on earth
yeah.
is trying to pick on a 6th grader.
I hope not.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure. There's one or two out there.
And that's what I say. Like I go home and I'm like, guys, I did not wake up today and say like, I can't wait to get in an argument with the 10-year-old.
right.
Like I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I want to have like a fun day every single day, and just like sometimes it just doesn't go that way.
yeah.
But no, yeah. Again, like I said, some of the parents I feel like just have a little bit of unrealistic viewpoints of what their kids are doing.
Yeah.
Which is again, it's tough. But again, I can also see it from a parent's point of view, right? Where you don't want to admit that your kid's the one causing
Right.
problems, or because again, that's I don't know. You don't want to have the quote unquote bad kid.
Right.
Not saying they're bad kids. Like some kids just make bad decisions. Not necessarily a bad kid, but yeah, no, it's tough. Again, I'm not a parent, so it's kind of like
right.
tough to see that side of it.
Yeah. And I guess like you didn't obviously have that perspective. Like when we were going through school, we were just the kids. Like you don't necessarily see like the parent side, but like
Mm-mm.
you,
Yeah.
you do obviously you know how you were raised, and it's
Mhm.
like if I got in trouble at school, like I was getting in more trouble at home.
For
and I
sure.
feel like most of our friends were like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it has shifted. I feel like parents are so afraid. They're like so afraid to make their kid upset
Yeah.
at them, or like they want
Yeah.
to be like friends with them when they're 8 years old. Like they think they're or 10 years old or 12 years old. Like they're not rational human beings yet. Like
yeah.
I'm not saying they don't have feelings, and like you have to nurture them, but
Yeah.
like they also just can't be perfectly happy with you at all times, and they could just do whatever
Yeah,
they
you gotta
want.
be hard on them.
Like,
You gotta be hard on them. I mean, there has to be that sense of respect, like
Yeah.
no matter what. And that's a big thing too. Like if kids don't have that respect for their parents at home, it's just like from a teacher point of view, like there's almost nothing we can do.
Right. Your
Like, if
hands
I'm
are
like, I'm
completely
gonna call your
tied.
parents, and they're just like, go ahead.
Right.
Nothing's gonna happen. So
Right.
it's like, why are they gonna listen to me if they're not gonna listen to their parents?
Yeah.
So it's just a big respect thing. And I will say, I feel like respect has changed even in my 9 years of teaching. Whereas just like, I don't know, an example of like, if we're all sitting down, right, and an older woman walks in, like I felt like when we were in high school, again, it's easy to say now, like we were the best, but like we would all jump up and be like, hey, sit down.
Right.
But now like they'll kind of just like, I don't know, not say
Nothing.
anything, not do anything.
Yeah.
It's just like that mutual, like that just respect, like respectful for other people, not even
Right.
like a teacher in that situation, just like being a decent human being.
Right. And
And
that,
again,
and that's like some of that you should maybe inherently know, just being like decent.
Yeah.
But then like
It's just
most of that
awareness
is
to it.
taught. Like you said,
Yeah.
it does come down to the parents.
For
So it's
sure,
like
yeah.
your dad or mom or grandparent or whoever's raising you like needs to be like, listen, like if you're ever sitting and a woman enters the room,
Yeah.
like you offer up your chair.
It's almost like an unspoken thing too. Like I just like probably saw my dad do it.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I want to do that because he did that.
Yeah.
And there's just like little things like that thing. And I feel like every generation says that about the younger generation. Like there's no respect and like this and that. So that's what we're kind of doing now.
Yeah.
But we were probably doing this to a different extent when we were younger too.
Right.
But I don't know.
In
I just feel like
different
the
ways.
respect has changed a lot. And probably because everyone's just in like their heads in their phone.
Yeah. In
all
their
the
own
time.
bubble, just not
Yeah.
paying attention, like less aware
Yeah,
of
less aware.
situations.
Because situational awareness is big time in that. Like just knowing your audience,
Yeah.
know who's around, and it's like
That's where it
thinking
is.
things through. People
Yeah.
don't think things through.
That's
in my opinion.
that's where it is like such a catch-22 because it's like there's so much good that could come from social media because you're exposed to
Such
more
a powerful
things
resource, yeah.
and like you might be more like let's just say it's like on the racism front, like you might learn at an earlier age, and like now like this generation of kids, like they truly don't see color for the most part, and it's obviously for the better.
Yeah.
So like they're like that's a benefit of like just being exposed to more things on the internet and more okay with everything that you should be
People are more
everybody
accepting
should have
because of
been more okay with forever.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, like you said, then you pay for it in a different way, like whether it's self-awareness or situational awareness. That's, I was curious because obviously I've been removed from that scene for obviously since we've graduated high school and stuff. So I always wondered like how tough it would be to be a teacher today.
Yeah, and it's really boils down to just building relationships.
Yeah.
Like it's changed in the 9 years since I've been there.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like teachers who've been teaching for like 20 or 30 years, like how different it is for them. Just going from like all like way technology is used now to like, again, just the problems you're dealing with now with just like anxiety, like kids being anxious and just like the bullying and stuff like that.
Right.
Mental health is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But
which like literally wasn't a word. Like
No.
mental health wasn't a thing until
Absolutely
10
not.
years or whatever, how many years ago.
But like there are challenges, but it just boils down to building relationships.
Yeah.
And that's really anything in life.
Yeah.
Right. As like a business owner, like you know how it is. Like if you're a sociable person, personal person, like you could talk to anyone. And that's how I am with the kids. Like just get to know the kids.
Right.
It's not about like
Because everybody responds to different.
Yeah.
Like some people respond to criticism well. Some people need to be coddled. Some people,
100%.
and like that's I guess what I was getting at with in terms of like the way like our dads were specifically, or like some of our coaches. Like sometimes like there's coaches on the staff where it's like they throw their arm over you and like, hey, like you need to put in a little more effort on this, and this, and then like other coaches
Slap
are
you in
ripping
the
new
face.
asphalt and slap you in the face. It's like. Everybody responds to things differently, and yeah, it is a feeling out process.
Getting
but I
to
just
know
feel
them.
like so much of it is transitioning to like coddled, where like kids could take advantage of it to an extent because like there's no
It's a crutch.
repercussions. Yeah,
it's a crutch. Yeah. And there's a lot of kids who do use it as a crutch. Like they know exactly nothing's really going to happen.
right.
Yeah.
And
So
like kids are going to be kids. Like they're going to take advantage of every situation they could.
Yeah.
If you don't have any like risk involved with
Yeah.
being a shithead.
Yeah. No, yeah. So and from that point of view with teaching, yeah, it definitely, it's like a fine line you need to walk. And like, how can I handle this to where they're not going to like take advantage of me, but they're going to do what they need to do.
Right.
And it's just like, I'd say consistency is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent. Like
They know what
how
they're
I
getting.
treat like this kid, I have to treat that kid.
Right.
Just because like this is like a teacher's kid and the other one, I don't know, like maybe I don't know his parents. Doesn't mean you should treat them any different. So if they see that consistency, like I said, like I become the mean teacher. I'm not mean. Like I don't think they come into my class
Flip
and
the
like,
switch when you
shaking,
have
like,
to.
oh no. But like I'm like the teacher who like I hold them to a standard.
Right.
And I like they know that.
good.
Like, it's like it's more of a respect thing.
Right.
So again, I like to think that the kids like me. I hope so. But like
I'm sure they do. I feel like you'd be a fun teacher to have.
yeah, and I try it because obviously if it's fun, it's more fun for me to have those fun classes.
Yeah.
But it's like you got to be consistent. You got to just be on them and like again, getting to know them.
Yeah.
It's
big part
that's
of it.
how you can teach in today's day and age because kids are changing. It's a different world.
Yeah.
It's a completely different world.
It's
But back
wild.
to what you're saying, just about like the racism and how like kids are more accepting. We do a civil rights unit, and it's like awesome. It's about pretty much the civil rights movement, and it's from the white perspective. It's a book. Like you flip it, the one side's the white perspective, and it's like the same exact events from the African Americans' perspective.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's so cool to see both of them. And again, like we're reading that in 6th grade, and like the kids are just like so innocent.
Yeah.
And like you could tell there's just like no like hatred based off of skin color at that age. Now, again, they're seeing things on social media. Their parents are probably talking to them, and they're starting getting little tidbits here and there. But like when we talk about, when they talk about like just like school, like segregation in the school, and like there's like, Mr. Pryal, so you're telling me that like just because their skin color, they couldn't go to the same bathrooms? I'm like, that's what I'm telling you. Like that's what it was. I'm like, how crazy is that? And like their mind is blown. I remember the one girl was just like, that's like saying like my dog can't like drink water because it's a dog. He's like, he didn't choose to be a dog. He's just a dog.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, and they didn't choose their skin color. It's just what they were.
Good point.
And they were being treated that way.
Grader.
Exactly. Isn't it crazy that 6th graders can see it that way? Which like it's endearing to see that like they are so innocent and like, they have that point of view. But then it's like kind of gross to be like, what changes them when they get older?
I know.
Who is like polluting them with this again? And again, I'm not telling them when I teach the civil rights, like this way is right, this is wrong. I'm saying this is what happened.
Right.
Because it's just history. It's just how it went down.
Right.
So I'm not like putting my feelings on them. I'm letting, I even tell them, I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna tell you what's right and wrong. I'm gonna give you the information and let you make the decision that you want. But it's like the best
Yeah,
conversations.
and like I'm sure all of them are coming to the same conclusion. Where it's like
it's
you just
crazy.
said, it's crazy what
crazy.
went on. Yeah,
yeah, but like it's just like such a fun. That's just such a fun unit. And like again, some teachers are like nervous to have those conversations because it's a hot topic.
right,
But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not imposing my ideas on them.
right.
But just like this is what happened.
I think that's what so many people, parents, like, and I'm talking like educated, like reasonable people, not like crazy helicopter parents, are like nervous about today. Because I think at one point, and I think it's cooled down, but like maybe 2 years ago, like even with politics and everything, like people were so heated and divided, and on a bunch of topics where like teachers, maybe not at the elementary or middle school level, but like they were kind of imposing their beliefs and thoughts rather than just teaching the facts or whatever. And I feel like so many people have started homeschooling or considering homeschooling just because stuff like that. So like nobody's saying like every teacher's out there doing the exact perfect thing at all times.
No,
but
it's impossible.
90% of teachers are good people who are trying to do the right thing and just really get through their day and like have a good day with the kids. Yeah. So, but like, people just take these such like exaggerated views on things, and it's like, no, I can't ever send my school or a kid to a public school. It's like, no, you really could. And it's probably a good thing too, like to be exposed to.
Yeah, it's a good again. It's good to a lot of life lessons are learned in public schools. Yeah, that's for sure.
And that's like the other thing, like you can't control the environment all the time. Like you have to.
We don't live in a bubble. Yeah.
Let your kid get upset every once in a while. Like, does it suck? I'm sure to see your kid come home, be upset or get bullied. Like, and I'm not saying deal with it every day because that leads to other things.
For sure. Yeah.
But they also need to know how to handle controversy and overcome it and adapt. Maybe it is their personality and they need to change something so they're more likable. Yeah. Or whatever it is. But like you don't figure that stuff out unless you're in those environments and exposed to those things. So it is interesting to think about. Obviously, neither of us have kids. We don't really know exactly what it's like to be a parent.
It's tough to sit here and like say that when we don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But no, interesting. I like talking about that stuff because the world we live in today. Yeah. It's the reality of it.
I feel like at the end of the day, the more you could be exposed to is probably for the better.
Absolutely.
In every aspect. Yeah. Cultures, like everything, experiences, whatever it is. I think you gain a different appreciation for everything.
Absolutely.
In that way.
For sure.
I do, like, I've even had this conversation with my sister where like my niece is going through school now, and
was she pre-K?
Kindergarten.
Ooh.
And it's like everything's just a huge deal because it's your firstborn kid. It's your first time going through it. I'm like, Chris, like you're having these problems, and like I understand, like from your perspective, it's a huge deal right now because it's the only thing going on for your one of your two kids. It's a huge deal, but in 3 years, it's not going to matter at all. Like, don't stress about it too much. Yeah. And like I know it's
tough
easy
to see the big picture,
right? Like I'm like it's easy for me to say, but I'm like she's worried about like is this going to affect her development or this or that? Like she's thinking about the things I'm thinking about as well, and that we're talking about. But she's like, is this going to stunt her development or is this going to whatever? I'm like, it's not going to matter. Yeah. It's just a day.
Yeah. Like think about like, that's what I always get a kick out of too. Like, kids are held to like a higher standard nowadays. Like
for sure.
Kids are in pre-K learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Like that's great.
Right.
Obviously that's awesome. But like, just let kids be kids to a point.
Right.
And like I just talked about with my dad, like all the things that parents now do for like their babies and all, just everything. But like our parents just like did whatever. We turned out okay. Like,
right.
Their parents did even less. Right. And they did fine. Right. So it's just like, I don't know.
A little bit of tough love doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah. It's a little bit. Like, I'm not saying go beat your kid.
No.
But you don't need to make sure they're feeling perfectly fine every moment of every day. Like they could be upset because they didn't get the ice cream, like or their iPad. Like it'll be fine.
You gotta earn that ice cream. Yeah.
I know. I've thought about that so many times, and I've brought this up before. Andrew Schultz said it once. He said and you said something earlier that reminded me of it, but so much more is caught than taught from your parents. It's
like nature and nurture right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever they tell you is one thing, but for the most part, you're just watching them and you're gonna absorb that
Yeah.
stuff that they did, not
Yeah.
the things that they told you.
Yeah.
And
Whether that's good or bad, or big, I don't want to do this because that's what happened, or I do want to
Right.
do this because that's
it's interesting to think about that
Yeah.
type of stuff. But I do think that's true. It's like you need to set an example for, like, if you're a parent and
People are watching.
you're on your phone 24/7, what do you
Yeah.
think the kid's
Yeah.
gonna do? Like,
Kids are watching.
yeah,
There's like that one song. Been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool?
Yeah,
On
Rodney
the
Atkins.
Buckaroo one. Yeah, and it's just like funny. Just like at one point he curses,
yeah,
and he's because he like
and
was
then he
driving,
slips in
cursed.
front of mom.
And like kids do that.
Yeah,
No matter what they're watching.
they hear
That's
shit once, they're gonna say it. It's a new
Like,
word.
that's why I always tell like my sixth graders even too. I'm like, guys, the little kids are watching.
Yeah,
Like whatever you do, they're gonna do. If you run in the hallway, they're gonna be like, might as well run in the hallway.
right.
So I'm like, you gotta set that example. Back at that age, it's like impossible. Like you don't really realize that.
Yeah,
But parent wise, I mean, like, and that's tough because your parent 24/7.
right,
There's no like, you can't just take a break.
right.
But the kids are watching, and they're gonna do what you're doing for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's wild times.
Yeah.
I thought like I was really close to transferring. I was gonna be a teacher. I was thinking like more like high school level, but like I'm glad I didn't, just because like I don't think I would be good. Like I
You
don't
would,
think I'm
though.
built for. I guess
Yeah.
you'd adjust.
You would do it. Yeah. I feel like some people say that, but like, I feel like everyone could do everything.
Yeah,
Like if you were a teacher,
You
you'd
just
be
commit
fine.
to it,
But like
yeah.
going now to be a teacher, like that's tough.
right,
Just like if I like just jumped into your job.
right.
Yeah.
If I never had a career,
Yeah.
and that was the only career I have.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of roll with the punches, but no, I see what you're saying. Like it's a different world, especially in high school. That's a different world.
Yeah,
You like I go again. I've middle school age, but at Forest City, we're still in the elementary school.
mm-hmm.
But like the middle school problems kind of start up in sixth grade a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I go up to the high school, and it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Not just like, yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. You
Yeah.
Principals,
It's
and
fun.
dealing with it.
But honestly, like I
Keeps
think
you
I
on
love
your
teaching
toes.
the most because I love the unpredictability of it.
Yeah,
Like you walk in and like this kid could just like throw his desk at me.
yeah,
He could just curse me out.
Yep.
Or like I don't know, like give me like a cool little treat or like a letter.
right.
Like I love I love the mayhem. You got to embrace the mayhem.
Yeah, you're not
Absolutely love it.
you're kind of doing the same thing every day, but there's a level of unpredictability every single day too.
Yeah, yeah.
It
And then the
truly could
job's-
go anyway.
And like the job's just like never done.
Right.
Like you're never like, all right, like we're good. Like it's not like you like dig a hole and like you dug the hole and like you can sit back and look at like dug that hole.
Right.
Like the kids
You don't
just-
get to
it's
see the finished product.
No, you don't. Which like that sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks sometimes. But
And then like also, I guess like it would be nice if there would be like some way to track it.
yeah,
But like this kid might be a senior in high school and ends up like with all these like good values that maybe he wasn't getting from home, and like you might have been a big part of it, and you
No,
just
for
never
sure.
ever
you don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
And it's fine,
Yeah.
but it would be cool to be like,
It would be cool. But yeah, obviously like you don't do teaching for that, but like
Right.
it's awesome. And like a kid will come back and like I don't know, just be like, I remember that book we read or something.
yeah,
I don't even know.
or like I miss like you as a teacher or whatever.
Yeah, just like and you have those rough days that are like miserable. Like remember, like I had a really rough class a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and remember I was telling you guys, my God, if
Going
this
through
happens
it.
again, I'm gonna join the military. I'm gonna join the military. I can't do this anymore. But it was just a rough class. I mean, it was just a rough grade. But the next class was great. But yeah, you get like those little notes, and like just those little things. You're like, this is why I'm a teacher.
Yeah, it's
cool.
worth it.
Yeah, you don't get them all the time. The negativity, unfortunately, is much louder than the
Yeah,
good.
like everything.
Which like
man.
that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
negativity is loud.
You could hear 100 good compliments from
Yeah,
somebody.
just
and that one
bad
thing somebody says.
Yeah,
like,
and I just
"Ooh."
dwell on those, which is like I need to stop doing that, listening
Yeah.
to those negative ones.
I think everybody does though. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
beat
it's,
yourself
like,
up
possible
too
not
much
to.
about it. But
Yeah, it's possible not to.
yeah, no, that was cool though, man.
Yeah.
Good shooting the shit. I
Yeah.
said this with Jake actually. I'm like, I obviously hang out with all you guys so much, but like we're always in a group setting, so
Yeah.
like we're
You
talking
don't have to
about
talk like this,
talking
yeah.
about everything, but we don't ever talk like this
Yeah.
because there's usually so many of us. So I think I'm looking forward to that too, just to like catch up with everybody like
Absolutely, yeah.
every once in a while. And
No, this is good.
just-
You got a good thing going here.
yeah,
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny just to watch like if when like Moose comes on or like
Yeah.
even like I don't know, just like I'm like gonna be pumped when I see like who's coming up.
yeah, it'll be interesting. It's weird. It's like putting yourself out there is like a
Yeah.
weird level of vulnerability that comes
Mhm.
with it because obviously everybody there's plenty of to criticize about everybody,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it'll happen.
Especially in the valley.
Yeah,
Everyone's got an opinion about something.
but I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm only having
Oh, yeah.
people I want to talk to,
yeah.
and as simple as that. Like
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Give it like I said, do it, give it a shot, see how it goes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, it's fun. I enjoyed it. definitely
Yeah.
want to come back.
Yeah,
Keep it
we'll
rolling.
do it
Hopefully
again.
Chris doesn't fall
There's
downstairs.
already people asking for you as a regular guest. So
As a regular guest.
it was like,
before the first one comes out.
yeah,
How
yeah,
about it?
Yeah.
How about it? Well, hopefully they were entertained with this.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I have a lot better stories that I can't say on the podcast, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Catch me in person, I'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll get those off air. So
Yeah, fair.
meet us out one night.
And maybe we'll
get
do
the
like a
stories cooking.
premium subscription.
Yeah.
You could pay for it.
What's it called? What's that? A Patreon.
Patreon. Yeah.
Patreon for Pryal.
Yeah.
$5 a month.
Jesus.
All right. Well, thanks again, brother. And
Appreciate having me on.
we'll go have some sandwiches tonight.
A couple sandwiches, that's for sure.
All right.
All right, good stuff.
Later.
That was fun. Yeah. Cool. What is do you have a plan for